I can do it. Yeah. I can be on. I can be on. Oh, hey, I think we're on. Yeah, we're live. All right, we're live, boys. Hey, Conrad, Brennan, I think we're up. After no technical difficulties, we are live.
Yes. What's going on, AJ? Nice to meet you. Come, we'll get you right here, man.
Nice to meet y'all.
AJ, good to meet you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Doing all right?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Thanks for coming on the
AJ,
show.
nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, we are live on YouTube here at the Star in Frisco for Big 12 Media Days. Brennan Baxter, Conrad Mills, Zyler Buchanan. You know us on the Broadway Shuffle. One guy you're going to get real familiar with this year, preseason pick for Defensive Player of the Year, AJ Holmes. And AJ, man, it is so fun to see you. And golly, man, next to you, I feel like I'm 4 years old. But what's going on, man? I'm going to hand you this mic and tell us how today's going.
Yes, sir. It's going great. You know, it's just a blessing to be here and be chosen by my coaches and my teammates to come represent Texas Tech. So it's just a blessing.
AJ, you're Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. Does that add pressure? Do you feel like, yeah, I deserve this?
Yes,
what was kind of your feeling when you heard that?
When I seen it, it was just crazy. It's just great seeing the recognition I got from last year and the talent I have. But I know I got to put in the work this offseason to, you know what I'm saying, make sure I put the work in and make sure I achieve that goal at the end of the season.
AJ, what's it going to be like? You know, you don't have Lee Hunter this year. You don't have Skylar Gill-Howard. Obviously, I know there's other guys coming in, but how are you going to step into that kind of leadership vacuum and production vacuum? Lee and Skylar were so good last year.
Yes, sir. Like I said, it's the work I put in the offseason, and that's going to show the most. It's going to show during the season, and that's going to show my teammates, you know what I'm saying, how I am, and that's going to make them go harder, just like how Lee and David Bailey and them guys did for me. When I seen them make plays, it made me want to go hard and make plays as well. So that's the way I want to lead and show is by example in the work I put in.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
AJ, obviously last year was, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of people, the best year in Texas Tech football history.
Yes,
winning
sir.
Big 12, going to the Orange Bowl. Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but still such a great springboard going into this year.
Yes, sir.
What do you feel like the taste of the success last year, but then also the season finishing
ending,
not the way we wanted it to? How do you think that really will propel this team in 2026 and 2027?
I think it will motivate us in a great way because we got a taste, like you said, of what it takes to get there, and we know what we need to take that next step. So it just motivates us to make us put in a little bit more work and focus on the small details so that when we do get to that level again, that we're going to be ready. Yes, sir.
Pass me that mic.
Yes, sir.
So coming into the year, Lee Hunter seemed like one of the best characters and guys to learn from on the team. Who is that guy this year? Like, are you taking the role of Lee's comedic role too, or is there someone else that we're looking to add that camaraderie? And what did you learn from Lee Hunter specifically, even about on and off the field type character traits and that sort of thing?
I think I might be taking that role over, but I'm kind of am a comedic guy, but I don't know. I'll be holding it in a little bit. He can't hold it in.
Lee can't hold it in.
It's going to go out, but maybe another guy is Michael Dingle. He was a funny guy, but what I learned from Lee was just to play with a enormous effort and then just tenacity he played with and the energy he had. So that's one thing I learned from him for sure.
What? Go ahead.
AJ, you know, a lot of new guys on the defense. You know, we've heard about all the transfers, all the returners. You know, there's a lot of accolades coming in. Who are some guys that are not getting talked about right now that you're in practice, you're seeing everybody work out, you're like, hey, this dude's going to be a stud and nobody knows it? Who are those guys on the team right now?
Maybe all of my D linemen that came in. I'm like, oh my goodness, we're gonna be great once again from the edges to the interior guys. But outside of that, probably wide receivers, they all look good, man. I ain't like we stacked again, so y'all be in tune for a great season. Yes, sir.
Okay. You know, AJ, and just another question about the team. The interior offensive line kind of revamped a little bit. I know that's not your position, but it's you know, projected you're gonna have Zambrano and Church. What have those guys been like compared to what you were going up against last year with, you know, Jados and Carter?
No knockoff. Like it's like I said, we reloaded and we ready to go again. Those guys are great players, and it's gonna be a hell of a season.
Okay, I love that, man. Great answer.
AJ, we'll get you out of here with this.
Mhm.
Your favorite moment as a Red Raider so far? Fairly new to the program, last year, first year, this year coming in, taking a huge leadership role. What are some of the favorite moments off the field with your teammates that you've had so far as a Red Raider?
Probably the Friday team events we have. Those always be fun. Like we just went paintballing and it was amazing.
Oh,
like,
who won? Who was the best paintballer?
Oh my god, the best? I don't know because I was too scared. I was hiding, so I wasn't watching. I hid in the back and they blew the whistle for everybody to be done. They was telling me to put my gun up and walk out. I said, nah, that's when they shoot at you when you walk out.
Oh
yeah. I ain't
man.
walking. I already know what y'all gonna do. But yeah, I hid the whole time, so I couldn't even tell you.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. Well,
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate you stopping by the booth. Thanks so much. If you had to pick a favorite Texas Tech podcast, you don't have to say the Broadway Shuffle, but if you did,
Yes, sir.
would you tell people to subscribe to the Broadway Shuffle?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Y'all need to subscribe to the Broadway Shuffle. These are three great men. I enjoyed my time. Yes, sir.
Wow, this guy,
Yes,
this
sir.
guy's built for
Rock
media
star,
right
man.
here.
No wonder
AJ
he's Big
Holmes, preseason defensive player of the year. We appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
man.
Thank
Thanks for
y'all so
stopping
much.
by.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna get a selfie with us too. I know we're live, but it doesn't matter. Everyone can
doesn't
enjoy this selfie right here. Awesome,
Let's go,
man.
Rick 'em, man.
Thanks, AJ. Appreciate it,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks so
y'all, man.
much, man.
Have a good one, brother. Thanks so much. All right.
All right, man. Nice meeting you.
Hey,
There goes
appreciate it,
AJ
Have a good one, man. Be
Holmes
pulling for you
and-
guys.
Man, this is crazy. This scene. We're finally settled in. AJ's having a blast. A bunch of Red Raiders. For everyone at home and watching, it has been a whirlwind of a day. I mean, we've had coaches' press conferences. Players are just moving freely. It's crazy that you can just walk right by Scott Frost, who's jacked, by the way.
Yeah.
Dave Aranda. Like, you get such access here that's so unique and fun. What have you guys' thoughts been so far as we kind of settle in here?
Yeah, I think for me, I had no clue what to expect. Like, we've never been here before. You tried to get in last year. You weren't cool enough to get in, and now
No.
we're hosting a show from here. And so it's been a lot of fun, seeing Kalani Sitake, seeing Dave Aranda, seeing, like you mentioned, Scott Frost and Coach McGuire and all these things that are going on right now. Been a really fun day, seeing all the different, friends from different places. And so excited for what's to come on the live show.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to more guests, more opportunities. But Joey's press conference, we were watching live. If you didn't watch on, I believe it's on ESPNU, only one question on Brendan Sorsby. And it was a lot of local media. It felt like not a lot of national guys getting in there
Sure.
asking questions. Were you guys surprised by the calmness of that press conference?
Yeah, I think the fireworks were with Yormark's press conference. I think that's where there was a lot of stuff going on, and I think Joey handles pressers pretty well. The only guy, Barry Trammell out of Oklahoma had a good question about that. Like, did you feel like your reputation was damaged throughout the whole Sorsby thing? I thought that was an interesting question to have. But yeah, Joey doesn't lose press conferences, and so I felt pretty confident in how he was going to handle that. So yeah, I mean it was good, but it was a media day press conference.
Yeah.
I
It was
didn't
kind of
think-
boring, I thought.
Yeah,
I thought like there was
in
not
a
a lot
good
of
way.
juice. In a good way. Not
Yeah,
a lot
in
of
a good
juice
way.
to it. Yeah.
Totally.
Your thoughts, Conrad?
Yeah, I was happy that it was the way it was. I think for me personally, I think for you guys too, we're kind of tired of talking about the offseason. It's just so exciting that it's July 7th here at Media Days. The football season's right around the corner. And so I'm happy that most of the questions were about football and not about the offseason. Which, speaking of that, the news that he dropped, that was kind of rumored, but he said if all things go the way they expect, Will Hammond will be the starting quarterback week 1 if the doctors clear him and he's ready to go and everything, which I thought was super encouraging. And I was really excited to hear that.
Okay, some other kind of random news that I don't know that people picked up on. It looks like every Big 12 team is getting monster patches on their jersey this year and on the field for basketball and football.
Yeah, Monster is well represented here.
Yeah, I didn't know, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know where that's going to
I
go.
hate the M logo. I hate it, actually.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
going to
don't
be
say
weird.
that too loud.
They're kind of far away. They're on the 20-yard line. We're back here behind the end zone at the Star. Yeah, that is weird. Did you see that Wisconsin has Culver's as a patch?
Yeah, I don't know. That's just going to be odd. And for the money that you got, like a jersey patch, and you're only going to get about $1 million per school, that kind of sucks.
I feel like you're more valuable than that.
I don't know. That's just like, I don't know. That one didn't make a ton of sense. I'm not super jazzed up about that. And I don't know, is it going to be Mahomes logo, Adidas, patch on the side on the helmet? I don't know what that's going to look like, but that wasn't something that I was super excited about. I mean, I think maybe I'd be more into it if it was for $10 million a year, but $1 million a year. I mean, that's like Broadway Shuffle annual subscriber.
It
money.
is.
Like,
Yeah.
that's not really
Which,
a big
if
deal.
you do, please We would love for you to subscribe. It's 100% free. We've got some great content coming out. We've already filmed content with Bryce Pollock, Coy Aiken, Sheridan Wilson. We obviously had AJ Holmes sitting down with us.
And shout out to Corey for getting us live. We were having a lot of technical
We had
difficulties.
some technical difficulties. The Wi-Fi in here was tough. Corey, our social media director, did a phenomenal job. It looks like Joey's about to maybe go on the ESPN booth. I see him over there looking sharp in his blazer. We'll see there. But who else could we try? Should we try to get on here today? There's a lot of opportunity. Brett Yormark. I haven't seen him run around in quite a while. But the scene out here is crazy, by the way. If you're not familiar, we're on a podcast row. So there are K-State Online, Nat on threes down the way. Colorado is right next to us. BYU is right next to us. This has been wild to see how many people come out and do this sort of thing.
Totally. The guys to the right of us are about as professional as it gets. It's the BYU TV folk, and it's like, I mean, it's very, very cool. And then there's the DNVR podcast that's just to our left, and they got a whole setup. It's really impressive seeing all the different fan bases and all the different things that they're bringing. Makes you want to up your game, and it's been a lot of fun rubbing shoulders with these people.
It has been a lot of fun, and the lunch was good. You didn't like the sandwich?
Oh, we got a question coming in.
No.
Can Conrad ask Dave Aranda what he would do with $12 million in September?
That was actually Zyler. Zyler actually was making jokes about that. If you have not followed us on Instagram, make sure to go there. We filmed some pretty funny content during Dave Aranda's press conference, and so encourage you to go over there on Instagram and check that out. But I do think, looking at the Big 12 this year, obviously, guys, Baylor is one of those schools that you do wonder what's going to happen in terms of, what are they going to do if whatever the record may be at head coach or at, different coordinating positions. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens with Baylor this year.
Yeah, seeing some of the guys walk around, because the players are just kind of out in the open. We're really able to get close to them and see BYU, LJ Martin,
Huge
Bear Bachmeier.
Yeah.
Those dudes' thighs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And their legs and their biceps. And I mean, I'm a
You're a stout guy.
You're jacked.
Yeah,
You're
but
jacked.
like these guys they have put on muscle. Coy Aiken, even in the picture with Coy Aiken, I was feeling his biceps. And this isn't going well for me the last 20, 30 seconds.
Stop
But
talking.
I mean, these guys are huge, but it's funny because their faces, like up close and personal, you can tell they're children.
Yeah,
that's
they're
still
kids.
the funny thing is there's still a youthfulness in these guys. We see them on the field in helmets, tons of size everywhere, but it's funny seeing how little they actually look in the face still.
Totally. Yeah, it is interesting when you watch that. Like, I asked Bear a question in their little player breakout. It's just like he's a 19-year-old kid, and you're asking him. I don't know. That part's always kind of shocking to me, how young these guys are. You think about them as like a star rating or just under the helmet. I don't know. It's shocking when you kind of see them in person. It's like, yeah, dude, this is just it's almost like a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and we're still children. You're 30, I'm 29, and we're talking to people that are 18 and 22 years old. I think that's an interesting thing, not only for us, but for people to remember that these athletes are people too. Like they're still growing up, they're still maturing. I know our hopes hang on them for 12 Saturdays a year.
Our eternal happiness.
You're exactly right. Our marital status.
Yeah, everything.
But at the same time, they're still young men that are maturing, that are growing, and it was fun to get to talk to you guys. Heard AJ Holmes, fantastic conversation with him. I wonder, Brennan, I've got a question for you. If you're, if you somehow, let's say you walked on Abilene Christian and you were the starting running back on September 5th, and you're running down the middle, could you handle one hit from AJ Holmes and get up and walk away?
No, you'd be at my funeral the next weekend. There would be a memorial service. Maybe
closed
AJ,
casket.
Maybe closed casket. Certainly. Maybe AJ would speak on behalf of killing me. But no, it's a big dude. And like we got to speak to Lee Hunter last year, and we being on the field and getting to see this preseason how big some of these guys are. AJ Holmes though to me looked a little more athletic. Like Lee, and we love Lee Hunter. He was a little chunky. Lee just looked
bigger person.
Yeah. And AJ looks a little more lean and more mobile. And that's scary because Lee Hunter was very mobile on the defensive line. And to be able to see how AJ Holmes looked, I can see why he was voted preseason defensive player of the year, which I was surprised about. When I saw that come over, I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting his name
Roberts
to be the name. Yeah. To see him like that was, it would be terrifying to be tackled by that man.
While we're waiting on the next Tech player to show up, I do think we should touch on the Sean Dillon, Brett Yormark spat this morning. If you haven't watched it, and I'll get you up to speed if you're just tuning in. Sean Dillon asks a question, and I'm paraphrasing pretty roughly, but he says something along the lines of, if Texas Tech can't throw tortillas and we get fined, but OSU gets an exemption for their paddles, Cincinnati hasn't been investigated for the gambling stuff, but Texas Tech gets sued for not paying a player, like, how should we believe in the 16 team strong? And that's not exactly what he said, and he did say 12 team strong instead of 16 team strong. And Breck Yormark made him stand up and repeat the question and then said, you misquoted me. I said 16 team strong, not 12 team strong, and then didn't answer it. It was definitely the most heated moment of the day, and I think probably the most noteworthy and newsworthy event.
Well,
thoughts on that?
Yeah, I found that interesting as well, too, that we thought there was going to be a lot of tension going into today. And that was the only really singular moment that I felt. And I don't think Yormark handled it very well.
No, I don't think so either.
And he had to have expected that something like that was going to come from one Red Raider outlet
or just even a national guy.
Or even a national guy. And it kind of, to me, showed, could you not have been more prepared for a question like that? Like, you're the commissioner coming off probably the most controversial summer of maybe the conference's history, at least modern conference's history.
Certainly.
And you went after a guy like that, like you just weren't prepared to move on and be just about it, was really eye-opening to me about Brett.
Yeah, go ahead, Conrad.
Well, and I think the thing is, too, that people need to remember when it comes to that conversation is he works for the conference. It's not like he's the owner of the conference or something like that. He should be willing, and I think you guys would agree, to answer those kind of questions and say, hey, this is why, at least give some kind of polished answer, but not to answer the question. I just feel like it's a bad look perception-wise for the Big 12, and I think people deserve an answer to that question.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Z, what were your thoughts first hearing about it? And it's garnered a lot of attention online. I've been checking Twitter and seeing people's response to it. It seems overwhelmingly like this looks like a dig at Texas Tech.
Yeah, and I think the thing, Brett saying this is not the time to address it, I feel like the actual answer is saying I am not going to address it. And if this wasn't actually the time that you want to publicly address it, are you going to tell the athletic directors that keep commenting on it? And this is not my original comment. Somebody said this in our Discord, like, when are the Big 12 athletic directors going to shut up about it if this isn't the time to talk about it?
All right, so I just got word from Texas Tech Brass. We'll have another player joining us in 15 minutes. Don't know who. So we'll be as surprised just as you are. So make sure to stay around, tune in. Mm-hmm. That's going to be really exciting. It's so much fun being here just to give people at home an inside look at, and Joey, by the way, is on ESPN's broadcast right now.
But make sure you stay live with
us here, too. Just so you're ready. Don't switch off. But if you do, we'll give you everything you need to know.
Sure.
But I think it's been fun networking and meeting different people and their perception of Texas Tech. And
totally.
We've got some fun stuff coming out.
We have a funny video coming out
interviews about what people think of Texas Tech. And I think we are expecting a lot of hatred, maybe. I haven't felt that much today. I haven't felt like the biggest public enemy as we might have thought coming into the day.
I think there were a lot more diplomatic answers when we asked some of those questions, and I think that had something to do with it. But I think people are kind of ready to move on from it a little bit. Like, if this was going down at TCU and I was a Tech fan and people kept asking me what I thought about TCU, I'd be like, dude, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to talk about the Tech team. Like, I think they're maybe a little bit tired of the whole source being Tech situation. And so I kind of felt that a little bit, but Yormark also kind of shut that down because I think we could have gotten a lot more content from it because we still don't know if that lawsuit's been dismissed. And I think that is something that is important and that I'm sure Texas Tech would like to know and get an answer on here pretty soon.
Conrad.
Yeah, I think, it's a little bit different when you talk online and what you see people say online versus what people will say in person. And even asking those questions, you're not going to – I think it's a little bit harder. When you say, what do you think about Texas Tech? It's like, I'm not sure that you're going to get someone to say something super negative when we're asking that question. We're obviously pro-Texas Tech. And so – but even the vibe here, I don't feel necessarily an antagonistic vibe towards Texas Tech. I think there's a lot of respect towards Texas Tech, honestly, in terms of the investment, the success, the product that's on the field, all those things. I think people do respect Texas Tech. I think people – generally outside of Texas Tech probably just got a little bit tired of the whole saga, and we did as well. And so I think people are just ready to move on, but at the same time, you would like to know, okay, is this done or is it going to carry on a little bit more with the lawsuit and things like that?
One thing that I thought was really cool was during Joey's press conference, Dave Aranda was on the side, Kenny Dillingham was there, Kalani Sitake, and they were attentively listening. And I think it showed me everyone felt like, okay, it's everybody against Texas Tech. But Joey mentioned in his press conference, these guys are in group chats together. They're friends. It's like not the disrespect wasn't amongst the coaches, I guess,
which was interesting.
Which was interesting, and you would see them listen to Joey talk about it, and even during the roundtable, you could feel the mutual respect for these guys across the board. And so it kind of shows you how funny it is, all this online discourse and the hate of the online discourse. But these dudes are bros, and like they talk and hang out, and they respect each other on the field. And Joey mentioned, me and Kalani Sitake are great friends. You know, so I thought that was interesting as well too, to see these guys like each other, man. Like, us fans can hate each other and call each other cheaters, but the coaches aren't doing that. And there was no disrespect towards Joey McGuire. If anything, it felt like the opposite.
Yeah, and I think that only speaks to, number one, Joey's character, but also that speaks to the brotherhood, like you were talking about. I mean, there are 16 guys in this conference that do this that do this job together. Like, they understand what each other are going through in a really unique way. Obviously, different contexts, different cities, different programs, different athletic directors, but at the same time, it still is a group of guys that genuinely do seem to like each other.
Okay, so we've got two dudes, strong men, that just walked right up. Ben Roberts, Terrance Carter looking right at us. Which one of you wants to hop on first? Ben, friend of the show.
Okay.
Terrance, we haven't had you on yet, man. We're looking forward to speaking. Ben Roberts, starting linebacker, joining the show. Ben, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
Computer screen this time.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're a
First
lot
time
shorter
shaking
in
hands.
person.
Yeah. Sorry, Ben. I'm a little vertically challenged in real life. On the computer screen, it's different. Dude, crazy day today. You guys have had a wild off season. What has it been like to come here with your teammates, settle in, just have a great time, and enjoy just the camaraderie you're feeling here at Big 12 Media Days?
Oh, it's great. And I mean, this offseason.
Maybe hold this one a
got
little
you.
close
Yeah.
to. There you go.
It's great. I mean, this offseason, there's been stuff out on social media, but nothing's really changed inside the building. Like I like to say, like, that's all out there. That stuff doesn't come inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you're looking at, I'm sorry, I just looked at your mustache, and we had Sheridan, we had on Sheridan Wilson just a couple of minutes ago. Is this going to be another thing this year for you? Obviously, J-Rod, you guys last year, John Curry, y'all kind of built the stash, feel the stash. Is that going to come back here in 2026?
Yeah, I mean, the stash. So not everybody knows this, but the stash has been here since 2023. I mean, I've been
You've
trying
been
to
the beginning.
since
Okay.
2023. Sheridan, it comes more naturally to him, and Jacob
I'm
Rodriguez,
challenged too,
right?
I understand.
But it's always going to be here, and I hope that like that's something. If you become a linebacker at Texas Tech, like that's like you gotta shave all the chin hair and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I got
throw
you,
that
man.
stash out.
See, so I would be more of like a water boy, so I can
Yeah.
keep the beard. I don't need to worry about the stash. I would never be a linebacker at Texas Tech.
Ben, what's it been like? You know, you guys lost Jacob, you brought in Austin Romaine. How has that transition been on the field? I know it seems like you guys are gelling well personally, but what has that been like playing with a different guy? You know, you've played so many snaps with Jacob. What is that like with a different guy?
It's not too much different. He's really smart. Very similar to J-Rod, calling things out, but like it's just those little tendencies that me and Jake had, trying to build those with Austin.
Sure.
But we're not very far off.
So for most of us don't think or speak or play football the way that you do. Give us an example of one of those little tendencies that you're trying to figure out, just so we have a better idea of what that's
Just like little communications, like Jake used to not say real words on the field.
Like
he would,
grunt or
he'd,
bark?
No, like maybe he was grunting or barking or trying to talk to me, but he was giving me hand signals and stuff. I never knew what the hand signals meant, but somehow I figured them out. Or it was little grunts or barks, you know.
Okay.
like,
But you knew what they
mid-play,
meant.
But
you
it
kinda
was a hidden.
understood
It was a
up here
linebacker language.
because you've taken so many snaps with the guy, you just
Sure.
understand. So like trying to get somewhere close to that with Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Austin use real words?
Austin does use real
Austin
words.
speaks English.
Yeah.
Austin speaks English.
Have you talked much with Jacob being off in my? Is he? I mean, what's that like? I mean, that's such a big transition from I'm playing college ball. I get drafted, now I'm in Miami.
Yeah.
What has that been? Has he told you anything about that, or have y'all talked much since then?
He was back in town this past weekend, 2 weekends ago.
Nice.
We got to play golf and hang out a little bit. But he was just like, man, we all belong. So his biggest thing is don't worry about it.
Sure.
We're gonna be good. And like I haven't been as close in contact as I would like to be with him.
Sure.
Because a lot of what I think is, hey, I'm gonna let you do your thing. Like you're in
Sure.
a stressful part of your life right now. Like
Sure.
figure it out.
One more question. I'll let Conrad have some stuff. I remember last year for fall camp, we were talking to you guys, and it was you and Jacob, I think, were sleeping at the facility, right? Am I remember that correctly? Was he the one that was talking about having a bed in the facility?
Well, I don't. Maybe I have slept at the facility a couple of times, but I don't know. I've never been there when he was there.
Oh, so you were the one that was actually doing it.
Yeah.
I'm giving Jacob credit for something that you were doing. Well,
yeah. Ben's a humble guy, man. It was actually me, Zyler.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm super excited to watch you guys. I'll pass my mic over to Conrad and let him get his questions in. But yeah, thank you, Ben.
Yeah, no problem.
Ben, obviously last year was, in our estimation, I think a lot of people, the best year in Texas Tech football history. Winning the Big 12, going to the Orange Bowl, obviously didn't end the way any of us wanted it to. What do you think last year and the ending, but also the success that was tremendous, how do you think that propels us and prepares you guys into the 2026-2027 season?
I mean, we've set a standard. We know that our goals are attainable. Now it's just let's just keep moving that bar. I mean, let's push the bar to the limit this year.
Go ahead.
And also looking back a little bit to last year, Big 12 title game, would you say that's your favorite moment in Texas Tech history or in your career at Texas Tech, or what would you say there?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a lot
Yeah.
of most people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
their
you
favorite.
2 interceptions.
But like, it's gonna be hard. It's hard for me because it's not even a game that's my favorite moment.
Okay.
It's like when we were practicing before college game day was, and you look out of the little sky bridge that we have, and you just got all these tents, and then like people are telling us to come down and play NCAA with them. And,
Yeah.
like those little
Raiderville.
moments. Yeah, during Raiderville. Like,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Man, it's so cool. It's so much fun to see your growth and development. You come out onto the scene as a freshman right away, and we see, golly, we're so excited to see Ben Roberts. And it's crazy how fast it's gone by, where now you've taken that leadership role, and you are still in the room, and you've seen this program through trials and triumphs. And here you are with now a target on your back. Like, you guys are expected to win this conference and now compete for a national championship. Last year, you came into the year ranked 23. This year, you're going to be a little higher than that. What do you take personally from that of now that we know we're the guys, how do you handle that in the locker room compared to last year where you were kind of the Cinderella story maybe to the national media? This year you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just understanding that you aren't really that guy. Anybody can be that guy. You have to keep proving it every time we're on that field. Not every game is already won. You have to go out and win it.
Yeah, man, that's a great answer. It's so fun to see you in person.
Yeah.
It's scary to see you in person, quite frankly.
And we're just going to say none of us are going to stand up when Ben stands up.
Yeah,
just
no,
so
I'm
we're
definitely
all going
not
to stay
standing
seated.
up on camera while Ben is next to me, especially when TC comes through. I'm squatting even farther down. I think. But man, we'll get you out of here with this. You're on YouTube a lot. You know, you like podcasts and stuff. You got a favorite podcast on YouTube that you'd listen to that you could tell the listeners maybe to subscribe to their channel if anyone came to mind?
I mean, if I had to say one, it'd have to be the Broadway Shuffle.
Oh,
Okay,
Ben, you're too kind.
That's a good
That's
answer.
a good one. That's a good one.
You're
But, like, if y'all want to watch, I like to watch this thing I've been watching recently. Every aspect of your life, you're like a Roman soldier or something from like bottom to the top. I've been watching a lot of stuff like that.
Nice. I am all for you being a gladiator going to the football. Well, Ben, we appreciate you stopping by the booth, man. Have a great year. I know we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank y'all.
You know what? I'm a grown man. I'm standing up.
I'm not. I'm not standing.
Good to see you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Ben, hey, appreciate it, bro. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, man.
Thank you. I gotta watch what happens here.
Oh yeah. Hey, you're more than welcome to sit in on it if you want to. You can squat. All right, Terrance Carter's joining the set now. TC, how's it going, man? Doing? Nice to meet you in person.
TC, good to see you, man.
Nice to meet you. You want to use this one or you want a different one?
Nice to meet you, brother.
All right, Terrance Carter Jr. is sitting down with us here at the Broadway Shuffle. First time on the show, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome.
Man.
How's the day going so far?
This is amazing, honestly. Great experience to be part of. My first time out here and any media day for real. So,
Yeah,
I'm just excited to be here.
in here.
So let me get.
So there's been a lot of conversation about you, first team all Big 12 preseason, one of the best tight ends in the entire country, if not the best. A different wide receiver core this year. A little more question marks, a couple more transfers, Coy, Micah returning. But you really are the number one guy on that unit coming in, the go-to target. How do you take that into this year knowing like I need to be what people expect me to be for this team to be successful?
I mean, honestly, I just think of it as I just gotta go out there and be myself like I've always been, honestly, and just playing the game that I love. Like I know what I'm capable of. I mean, y'all have seen it. Y'all know what I'm capable of. So honestly, just going out there and doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, man.
Terrance, I've got 2 questions for you.
Yes, sir.
One, who's got a better necklace, you or Bryce?
I'm gonna go with me. I think I got one of the hardest chains, you know what I'm saying, on the team.
I love the chain gang.
Yeah, I say it's probably, well, it's not my only one, but the only big one I got is this.
I like it.
Sure, yeah.
I like it. Okay. And then talk to me, the quarterback situation at Texas Tech has been an oft discussed piece, but let's talk about, Will and then Kirk. Talk to me a little bit about your confidence in those guys. What's Will good at? And I know he's been injured, so he hasn't been doing a lot of things, but he threw you guys last year. Where do you think Will really excels as a quarterback, and where are you looking for? Yeah, I'd love to see him improve on this in fall camp.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, Will's one of the best QBs I've played with. And I'm 100% confident in everything that he can do. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. I mean, shoot, y'all know he's coming off ACL, and he's moving pretty good. And then, like, you wouldn't even think he messed up his knee. And
Sure.
then Kirk reminds me a lot of Mitch from last year. Just, like, gritty, like, he's hungry, like, he wants to play. He knows what type of player he is. And him having an extra year, I think the QB battle for Tech the next couple years is going to be pretty amazing to watch.
Okay. What are you looking forward to? Fall camp's coming around and the wide receivers are kind of getting solidified, at least from the outside looking in. I'm not in practice. You guys probably have a better idea. What are some of those guys on the outside, the pass catchers, that you've been really impressed with? Because most of these guys, we haven't seen many catches in a check jersey. If it's
Right.
Kenny Johnson, Dante Lee, Simmons, even Micah, who are some of those guys that you've been impressed with?
I mean, I know a lot of y'all seen it. Y'all are expecting him. But Micah is going to definitely be a dude this year for us. Like, if he's not number one or he's definitely the number 2 target.
Sure.
I say Kenny Johnson is a great receiver. He makes crazy catches almost every day at practice. You got Malcolm Simmons. Like, he's literally one of the best athletes I've seen. Like, the man jumps 20 yards in 3 jumps. Like, it's crazy. It's actually it's literally insane. Like, we be at workouts and, like, they always talk about it, but, like, he actually does it, which is crazy.
Wow.
And then you got Dante. Like, Dante is so fast. It's insane. Like, I really feel bad for DBs this year that have to go against. Just like the rotation is crazy. You're not going to see the same 3 receivers out there and the same tight end out there every time. Like, it's going to be multiple people out there that you're going to have to cover.
So two more questions, and I'll let Brennan and Conrad do their thing. Chase Campbell went to, freshman wide receiver, went to the school that I grew up watching as a kid, Friendship High School. What are your expectations for him this year?
I'm not gonna lie, Chase gonna be a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got some older guys that's in front of him right now, but he'll for sure be in rotation. Like, he be making some crazy plays too. Like, me just seeing him out there like in the spring and stuff like that, I was like, the kid's gonna be great. Like, he has all the talent in the world. Now you just got to go excel.
I love that. And then the last, I'll ask about your position, the tight end. It's Jet Carpenter, it's Matt Ludwig, it's, there's a couple other guys in that room. Who are you kind of expecting to help fill the role when you're not on the field on the tight end position?
Yeah, for sure. We brought in Jet. Jet is a great athlete. I love Jet to death. And, we got Moose as well, but we also got Chase Llewellyn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, it's all 4 of us. We got Dragon coming back from an injury. Moose is more the younger guy, but like Moose has honestly been playing well. I can say Moose looked better than me as a freshman. So, hey, I'm ready to see what he'll do these next few years as well. But like, he's gonna have a big role next year because all of us all of us are going next year. It's just Moose.
Yes.
Don't say that, man.
Don't say that.
Yeah, it's true though, but it's true. Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's true. But like, he's definitely like stepping into it. Like, he doesn't look like a freshman at all. He looks like a vet. And then Jet, he's a great player. Like, shoot, I'm learning from Jet myself. Like, this is what I think it's 6th, 7th year, one of those. And like, I'm learning from his game, like in the run game, because he's a great run blocker. And, that's something I'm always working on, is just my run game. And, like, I'm helping them out in the pass game because, like, I'm more of the quicker tight end, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we just feed off of each other, and I feel like that's what makes us a great duo.
TC, you mentioned, obviously, you won't be here next year.
Yeah.
And that's really sad, but you may be in this building catching passes. Maybe.
Hey,
we'll see.
Love to,
We'll
dog.
see. We'll see. We'll see. My question for you is, obviously Joey and so many people talked about last year, the secret power of this team was how much everybody loves each other and how everyone gelled and the leadership of J-Rod and Barron and all those guys. Looking at this year's team, there's a lot of returning pieces. There's a lot of continuity. What would you say characterizes the chemistry of this team going into the season, even with the offseason, everything that's taken place? Where would you say you guys are right now, just as a team, in terms of chemistry, in terms of buying in terms of looking forward to what the future has?
Yeah, I think honestly everybody's been bought into this program since they got here. Honestly, I can say when I first got here last year, like we heard what the brand was, and like it just stuck with me, and I was just like, oh yeah, like this is legit. And even the guys this year, like everybody came in, like we got that rare bond. Like everybody, I say we got closer this year than we did last year.
Wow.
So
wow,
and
okay,
that team last year was,
Very close.
We were real close. So like to say that this year, like we all know what we're working for, like we all know what we're going after. You know what I'm saying? So we all just got that same mindset. We got a lot of stuff, off the field going on that people talk about, but in our minds, it's always what's next. And like Joey preaches that every day pretty much, and it just sticks with us.
Yeah. What in your time, your year and a half now at Texas Tech, what has stood out most to you? Maybe it's Coach McGuire, maybe it's Coach Cochran, maybe it's just the fan base, maybe it's Lubbock, West Texas as a whole. If you had to say, I've got these two favorite things about Texas Tech and Lubbock, what would they be?
I mean, you pretty much set them all for real, but if I just go with two, one, I'm gonna start off with the fan base. Man, I love it. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I actually had an interview a while back, and they were just talking about like the crowd and all that. And I remember I dropped a wide open pass just because of how loud it was. So like, I love it though. But like, just getting used to the fan base and all that, just how much everybody loves you in Lubbock, Texas. Like it's really appreciated, and I love it for real. And then two, honestly, I'm gonna go with the coaching staff. Like, yeah, McGuire, he's the same person every day. Like, he doesn't change at all. Always has a smile on your face. He has that energy going. And that's just somebody that if you played for him, like, you want to fight for that guy. Like, he's one of them people. And then Josh Cochran, like, he played a big role into the reason I'm here. Him playing left tackle, like, I knew what I wanted to work on. And he just happened to be that guy that helped me out a lot. And I can say he's helped me improve 100% in my game since I've been here. And that's just on the field and off the field.
Yeah, man. Well, TC, we'll get you out here with this. We appreciate your time so much stopping by the Broadway Shuffle. Your favorite thing to do in Lubbock, and then one of your favorite memories as a Red Raider going into 2026.
Okay. I'm going to start with my favorite memory. My favorite memory, honestly, I'm going to have to go with the Big 12 championship. I've never won a championship before, for real, like a true championship. So that was huge for me. And then what was the first one again? My fault.
What is one of your favorite things to do in Lubbock?
Oh, one of my favorite things to do in Lubbock? Honestly, I love when we all like just go to Coach House. He got a golf simulator. I'm not good at golf.
Oh,
I'll be out there taking some swings. It ain't the worst, but yeah, it's just fun when we all get together and just hang out as a team.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you stopping by. We can't wait to watch you this year, dude. And it's such a blessing to see you play football because you really are one of the best tight ends that I've seen in college. And we look forward to seeing you win another Big 12 championship, compete for a title this year, and go win the Mackey Award. Right? You ready to roll?
100%. I'm coming for it. I hope they're ready.
We do have one more question for you, though.
Let's do it.
What's your favorite podcast?
My favorite podcast?
Texas Tech Sports Podcast.
I'm going to go with the Broadway.
The Broadway Shuffle, huh?
Let's do it.
Yeah, should people subscribe on YouTube if they haven't already?
100%. If you haven't subscribed, bro, go and lock in, bro. What are you doing? You tripping, bro. Go lock in, bro.
Well, TC, let me get a selfie with you with the guys,
it.
then we'll get out of here, man. We'll let you go. Thanks, man. Oh, man.
Come on, Brennan.
Sorry, guys. Here we go. Awesome. TC,
Yes,
appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
Thanks so
y'all for having
much.
me.
Hey, have a great day.
Yes, sir. You
Yeah,
too.
yes, sir.
Thanks so much, man.
Yes, sir. You too.
I appreciate it, brother. Y'all have a good one. Sorry.
You too.
Yep, y'all have a good one. Be safe.
Man, Terrance Carter leaving the set. What a fun. Now walking right in front of the set. And no, I'm kidding.
No. You're totally good.
And man, what a fun guy. What a fun day. And it just shows you the camaraderie. Talking to Ben, talking to AJ, talking to TC. These guys just love each other and love playing with each other, and it's going to be a good year. See you, TC. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
you. Yeah. No, it'll be a fun year. And I think, hearing from him that last year's team was close and this year's team is even closer, really cool to hear that, because if that's what's true, and I believe it is, hearing it from a very reliable source, that means that things are going to go well for Texas Tech this year, in my opinion.
I don't know how much, I believe it, but I'm just like, how do you measure closeness? Do you poll every individual
It's
player?
vibe. It's a vibe.
It's a
Zyler.
vibe.
It's
You
a
just
vibe.
feel it.
I
Like
know,
you
but-
feel it around. You feel the energy.
See, I can't quantify closeness of a team, so I just like, yeah, that's such an important part that's hard for me to measure, and I'm always like, whatever. And that's a
I
bad
feel
place.
it.
to
I'm
be.
getting
I
tingles
feel like
over
I'm a
here.
part of the team right now.
Yeah, I do too. If Conrad would be quarterback, it's fun. You guys asked like what position would we be on the team? Like we talking
Long snapper, I
long
think,
snapper,
is
kicker.
exclusively.
Conrad could sling it. Would you be backing up Kirky and Will?
I'd
And
be
Chubb?
practice squad, and they
Practice.
would wrap me in bubble wrap so that I didn't get hurt. Even just standing out there on the field with like Ben and TC, like I feel like I would just fall over just out of fear.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, but
These guys are huge. I know I keep saying that, but
Yeah.
being a grown man and having these guys walk up to you. And I remember last fall, it might have been the Oklahoma State game. We were right behind the end zone for warm-ups, and TC, then John Carlos Miller, these guys were doing their warm-ups, and they were running right at me. And even then, like knowing they're not going to hit me, I mean, it's just, man, if that guy trucked me, I would be in big trouble.
Definitely a real thing.
You
Very
don't
big
really
trouble.
realize that until you're standing next to him.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what are some teams, Z? Because it's obviously a Texas Tech show, we're having a good time. But some of the teams you've seen surprise here that you can think make some noise. We talked about Houston, obviously BYU,
Yeah.
Arizona State. To me, is one of the weirdest teams here this year because the vibes just feel a little
They
different.
feel weird, and I forgot that their schedule's so weird. Like they go to A&M in week 2, and then week 3 they play in London. And I was like, oh my! I mean, you got to go to College Station and then to play a game internationally. Both of those games go poorly, and things can really get off the rails. And Dillingham brought that up about how that's going to be a challenge, and I totally agree. That is a schedule challenge that I would have never thought about, and I'd be whining a lot about if I was a Tech fan. So I know that's not their fault, but it'll be interesting. I thought other things, just kind of walking around and observing. I've said this in the Discord, and in shout out to the Discord, I think True shouted out the Discord. It's been great. We've got a lot of new people entering in today. So if you are one of those new members, it's great. If you want to be in, shoot me a message on Twitter and we'll get you added. But one of the things I noticed, man, DJ Lagway is huge.
Oh my
That is
Yes,
that is
DJ
a
Lagway is
big,
big.
that is a big boy.
Quarterback of the 6-6 Baylor Bears.
Yeah. Connor Wiegman is an impressive looking athlete up in person. Alonzo Barnett for UCF, not an impressive athlete in person. I thought he looked kind of small. That doesn't mean you can't be a good player, but that was just something I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then I know we already talked about the BYU players, but you can just tell their guys are older. Like Bruce Mitchell looks like a 20-year-old. A lot of these guys look like 18, 19-year-olds. Bruce Mitchell does not fit that description. And so those were kind of some interesting personnel takeaways.
I think BYU, just walking by players, are the biggest dudes that I've seen outside of Texas.
And I know it's only 6 guys, but they are very clearly the biggest.
Yeah, I'm just speaking from standing next to him. LJ Martin and Bear Bachmeyer just looked a
You've
lot
already
bigger
talked about
than
them.
last year, but they just did
Yeah.
that's your biggest competition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
to see that these guys are putting in the work and the effort, and Bear was a freshman last year. I mean, the guy looks a little mature, a little older. And I know that we do have a target on our backs with BYU specifically because we don't play them in the regular season. It does feel to me like BYU knows they have one mission this year, and that's get to Arlington and beat Texas Tech.
Totally.
Yeah, and I was just saying you've already talked about them because just to stop you from going too far in your comments about BYU, I agree. I think BYU. I mean, I can't. We talked to the gentleman Spencer next to us at BYU TV, and I can't say enough good things about BYU. I mean, I remember last year after game day walking to the car and just being so excited about Texas Tech winning that game and just feeling about a sense of validation. And there were BYU fans just saying congratulations. And I think that speaks so much to the character of most of their fans. Obviously, it's not a perfect fan base, but looking at what BYU could do this year, seeing a rematch of them and Texas Tech in Arlington would be really fun to watch.
Would be a lot of fun.
I don't think the outcome would be different, but I do think that BYU has a very, very good football team and is deserving of a college football playoff spot if everything goes the way they think it will this year.
Yeah, and Farmer Dave had a comment. Yeah, a lot of the players suit up and they do like a lot of the promos that they shoot, before Big 12 games. You see like the hype videos with all the players and cheerleaders. They shoot a lot of that at media days. So a lot of the players suit up at various times throughout the day.
Yeah,
so,
they were suited up for their
Yes.
their press conferences.
Their press
over the side.
conferences.
Coy Aiken was suited up. We got a picture with Coy earlier.
Yep.
I see from Mr. McDaddy, have Conrad put on the helmets. He sent $15, Conrad. So super
15
chat. You got to open up the helmet.
It's gotta go on top of the head of these.
I can put it. I can
Yeah.
put it here, but it's not. It can't go on.
I think you got to try your best.
No,
man.
no,
I love that,
$15
Mr.
is enough.
McDaddy.
Make it 1,000, and I'll find some way to get on.
What
my
about the
head.
hat? What about the hat?
Uh,
Can we get?
I'll-
Let's see what Conrad looks like in a front bill hat.
I'll put it on. I'll put it on. Not sure it works, but
You have a melon, dude.
it's okay. My head just does not work well with hats, but that's okay. So,
Man, well, it's and it's so fun too. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok and X as well too, because we have a lot of fun content that we filmed outside of the show that we'll be releasing on those channels as well too. Z, just to give a sneak peek, not to say the question that we asked, but we've talked to some Houston football players, some cheerleaders, maybe the first lady of Lubbock, Debbie McGuire may or may not have been in there.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, my longtime nemesis, Ashley Hodge, who doesn't even know I exist. He's on there. Lots of fun stuff.
The Houston guys were really nice though.
They were good. That was fun. It'll be a fun little video.
The
series.
Arizona
I'm excited
State
for it.
guys were pretty cool too, and then
the
the
mascot was
Colorado
involved.
guys next to us. Everyone's been very nice and cordial.
It is funny, man. You'll talk to the K-State folk, and it's great. You're having just great conversations, and then you'll see their tweets, and it'll be like, the Texas Tech media is the worst group of people to ever exist at the Big 12. It's like, I just talked to these guys, and we were so cordial. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, it's
Maybe it was me. I don't know.
it's the online discourse doesn't always match what happens in person. I mean, it's one of those
think that's
things that's just true about the world in general, but especially here at Big 12 Media Days. I will say, if you have any questions, put them in the chat for us. Would love to answer your questions, and hit a like on the video as well. Helps this video out, and subscribe if you don't already on YouTube.
Yeah, and for people that are like, hey, we are subscribers or we haven't subscribed yet, it's 100% free, and all it does is give us more opportunity to have people like Terrance Carter and AJ Holmes. And I just got a text that the head ball coach himself, Joey McGuire, will be joining us soon.
Ooh.
He's got a little more stuff to do, so if you're looking forward to hearing from Joey, he'll be sitting with us here in a little bit. We're not sure on time. He's a busy guy, but
what questions should we ask? Let's talk about that with the chat. I think that's something
let's make it fun.
I think we want to ask.
We've spoken to Joey multiple times before,
and I think we have an opportunity to ask something that's at least interesting, thought-provoking, but he's also not going into a hostile environment. And so what's something that he would like talking about that's also interesting for the
Brendan
audience?
Sorsby.
Yeah, I think he's probably not talked about that.
Who? Yeah.
Joey just does such a good job.
He does a
pressers.
great
You
job.
could ask him, hey, man, tell me about your favorite salad, and he'll give you a 25-minute answer, and it's going
Should
to
we
somehow...
ask him that?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I think that's about the worst question I can think of.
You thought of it though. We should ask.
I know. That's why I was thinking of the worst question.
One thing that was really cool, an inside story on this morning, was Joey was by himself at getting coffee, and I just happened to be sitting over there, so I walked up to him, and he said, "What's up, man?" And he was like, "You guys weren't here last year, were you?" And I said, "No, man, we're still nobodies, but last year we really were just kind of working our way up." He goes, "Man, you guys are gonna have a ton of fun. I'm so glad y'all are here."
Yeah.
And you feel the genuineness when you shake his hand. He looks you in the eyes, and I believe that he means it, because I tend to believe that I hope that he likes us. But even in his press conference, talking with other coaches, Conrad, you kind of gave me a look during his press conference, like, this guy knows what he's doing, but it feels real and it is sincere, which makes it so special too.
I love. Sorry, the chat question came in. Brooks, which of the incoming freshmen is the most excited to benefit from the 5 for 5? I think that's actually a really interesting question, and that's definitely one that we're going to shoot him. So thanks for adding that.
Yeah, I just think with Joey, the emotional IQ that he has, not only to just relate with people, but also answer questions in press conferences, is it's something that a lot of people don't have. I mean, I did feel like the press conference went as well as it could have, but I feel like he still gave you so much even in those answers, which I thought was really cool. And so I'm excited to talk to him, but I think it's a big reason why you see the recruiting being at the level that it is for Texas Tech, but I also think you see the close-knitness of this team and what this team looks like, not only in its makeup, but also in its chemistry. A big reason is due to head coach Joey McGuire.
Hey, man, couldn't say better, Conrad. Check your phone, by the way. Just doing some back producing thoughts and ideas right here. Guys that we haven't had on yet, we're working on doing some. There's guys walking around that we could go do some quick Q&As with and stuff, too. So we're trying to plan all that out.
We'll probably, in the show, whenever they do the player breakouts, we'll go over and talk with those guys.
It looks like Cole said, ask Joey about Will, pros, cons, capability. Yeah, we'll definitely get into Will Hammond as well, too. But yeah, man.
Yeah, Crazy Cats, man. Yes, that was Sean Dillon, that reporter that stood up, or that Yormark asked to stand up. Yes, I did. I was there. I was seated.
You-
Very
you can come
interesting. I've never seen anything like that. I've also only been to one media days, so most of this I haven't ever seen before. So not necessarily a huge shock.
Okay.
But Brennan's going to go run and film some content. It's going to be me and Conrad riffing. Or are y'all going to? Am I solo?
No. I'm gonna stay with you.
I've got this gimbal thing.
What is that?
You could have given
That's a
me
new word for me
1,000
today.
guesses.
It's
and I would have never said
it's an
gimbal.
AI 3D generated phone thing that you can use to do
Wow.
content.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Innovation.
unique.
I'm
that
gonna go get
excites.
fun stuff for our channel, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
But you guys hold down the fort.
We'll
you gonna
hold
be
down the
okay?
fort. I think we're gonna be
Okay.
great. I
All
think
right,
it's
I'll
gonna
be
be
right
better.
back.
Yeah.
And I'll be sprinting over here if I get a text about Joey.
Yeah.
No, we won't text you. We'll
Just be ready.
we'll
You guys
leave
have
him
fun
right
with
there.
us.
We'll have
All
fun
right.
with Joey. Okay.
Devontae just messaged, I know you guys got to keep it professional. What's the thoughts on Yormark's comments? I mean, I think I get from a professionalism standpoint, and if there's an active legal case going, you probably don't want to comment on anything like that. So I do get it from the Big 12 and their legal side that he doesn't want to say anything about Sorsby and kind of what's going on, and especially the active lawsuit. Making the guy stand up when I think he very clearly heard the question, I just thought was weird. I don't know. Maybe he meant it professionally. It was just a really, I would say, if anything, I don't know that it was unprofessional. It was just a really odd moment. That it was obviously a pointed question. Like, or the tech guy was not lobbing him a softball. Like he's telling him something that's, hey man, I feel like you're screwing us, and I'm going to ask you in front of all these reporters where you're kind of exposed. So I get that. Like he's in a tough spot there, and I'm not going to act like he wasn't. It was just a really odd exchange.
Are we really surprised it happened though?
No.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know what else he was supposed to say. Do you want to?
I think we're too close to each other. I think the way it happened was interesting. It's hard, and we were having this conversation before. I think my comments about the Big 12 in general, and not being anti Big 12, but just being like, well, what's going on here and what's going on there. I think the Big 12 has done a fantastic job with this event as a whole.
Sure.
I think this is something that when we look at the conference as a whole, I think a lot of people are kind of tired of this. I'm not sure of why it's still going on. Obviously, we are not privy to all those conversations and
Certainly.
all of those things.
Certainly.
But what I do think when you look at Yormark and that exchange is he's obviously not wanting to talk about it publicly.
No.
And I don't think he ever will. Maybe in an official statement that's been poured over by lawyers and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be a public form of conversation. And honestly, I get that.
I get it too.
Like
Yeah.
from a legal perspective, you don't want
to comment if there's actually litigation going on.
Yeah, or if the decision has not been made, what's going to take place?
Yeah,
like
totally.
there's just a lot of different things.
He's in a hard spot. Even if I don't appreciate what he's done and how some of this stuff has been handled, I can acknowledge that he's in a hard spot.
Well, because I mean, think about it. He's got the biggest brand in the conference, the most successful team in the conference, probably the most successful athletic department in the conference. And then you've got a lot of these people against this one brand, and this one brand is kind of carrying your perception nationally in terms of success. It's like it's not an easy spot for him to be in. But as a Texas Tech fan, as a Texas Tech sports podcast, we're obviously pro Texas Tech and what that looks like for Texas Tech.
I did think it was interesting. Joey mentioned it, and I think he's very aware of it. And this is kind of shifting the conversation a little bit, but there hasn't been a team to repeat as a Big 12 champ since Baylor did it, and they co-shared in 2013, 2014, and then when they and then the OU teams, and we all feel really confident that we're going to repeat again. But it's just it doesn't happen that frequently. It's really hard to win a conference championship. You have to have a lot of stuff go right. And I think Joey's aware of that. He's not operating with the confidence that I think a lot of our fan base is operating with, which I appreciate.
Myself included.
Yeah, like they're in the trenches and they're still trying to figure out, how is this going to work? What are we going to do here? What's going on? I think I appreciate a lot of that in the way that they're handling some of that stuff, because it is hard, and it won't be shocking if you don't win this league.
No, and
it's a 50-50. If you care about the Vegas lines, it's 50-50 right now. You're plus 100 on FanDuel. That's not a guarantee. But I think we're operating like it's 80% likely that we're going to be hoisting the trophy in Arlington.
Yeah, and I think Texas Tech fans are good at a lot of things. I think the number one thing Texas Tech fans are good at is being pro Texas Tech.
Certainly.
Even when in years past there hasn't been a lot of reason to do so. Now we're given a reason, and look at what's happening.
Totally.
I do think the reason that players and coaches talk that way, though, is because they, in a very unique sense, understand the day in, day out work.
Yeah.
You know, us fans,
we
go to
don't
the
see
game
it.
on Saturday, we watch it on TV, we do all those things. We don't get up at 5 o'clock to go work out, to lift weights, to run. We don't sit in the meetings where the coaches and the players are working through scheme, game planning. We don't understand all of the mental how mentally taxing that is. And so these coaches, these players, they see it, they understand it. And so I think it's a lot easier for them to operate with a sense of, okay, we're going to do our best, but this is a really hard thing to do because they know better than us.
Totally. It is funny. You know, you're sitting here and it's not like you have this whole road to yourself. We got the whole Colorado media contingent that's right in front of us. You know, 5-star quarterback Julian Wilson's just sitting right in front of us.
Julian Lewis, excuse me. Big time transfer. Danny Scudero's over there. Like, it's just funny. And they're doing their thing and we're doing our thing. And it's fun. That's an opponent that you'll see, I think, in week 4, week 5. And Connor, we'll talk about this later, but I'm way higher on Colorado than, you know, I think anybody in our room, and I think way higher on them nationally. I know a lot of people have them like 13th or 14th in the Big 12, and that's just not where I have them. And I think that game's when people had Arizona State, last in the Big 12?
Last in the Big 12, and now you don't have the Big 12
conference?
preseason poll. Like, you're not that far away from this conference just being incredibly chaotic and anybody being able to win the league. And I think that's a lot of fun. And the Big 12 does that. And then the league is fun in that regard. Now, once you're on the top, you're like, I want it to be predictable. I want it to be the top team at the top. But it's been a long time, you know, post OU leaving, that the number 1 rated team in the preseason was actually the team that hoisted the trophy. You weren't that team last year. It was Kansas State.
What were we picked to finish?
4th or 5th?
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't top 3. I don't think.
I think you
Let
may
us know in the comments what you think.
Yeah.
Or what if you know what the answer is, because we don't know it off the top of our head, because we know how it ended, and that's the most important thing.
And Conrad, I'm going to change the subject here just a little bit on the comment. Crazy Catsman had a comment. They were asked about us being the villains now and how they say love it and it fuels them to want it to win it all again. I think it's really interesting that I think there's a lot of people in our program that can be the villain and want to operate with that narrative. A person that I don't think, not that they don't thrive in that situation, I don't think Joey wants to operate as a villain, or Coach McGuire. I don't think he thrives in that. That's not, nor is that his personality. I think he would be putting on a facade if he tried to act like the villain. I think the way that he handles himself professionally, publicly, and kind of with his relationships with his peers, you know, he's not a burn all the bridges kind of guy, and
Not
he's
at all.
never operated that way. And so to have the face of your program, which is where you have this dichotomy, like you have Cody and then you have Joey, where I think Cody would operate more like that. Like, I will burn bridges to get what I want, and that's not a bad thing. Where Joey, I don't think operates that way, and that's an interesting. The perception of your program versus what the impression the head coach is going to give in media outlets and other things like that is not going to be villainous. And that's going to be interesting if you are a fan rooting for Tech to take on the villain mantra. I don't think Joey's going to give you that.
Hey guys. Sorry,
Welcome
go ahead.
back.
Yeah,
Welcome
sorry.
back. And I don't think. Zyler,
So
I
yeah,
think
great
you're completely-
question, Crazy Catsman. Or not question, but comment.
And Zyler, I think you're completely right on that. And I personally, after thinking about it and looking at this situation, zooming out a little bit, I don't know that would actually be a good thing for Texas Tech. To have, I know the mantra works, like Texas Tech versus everybody, but I would rather you be neutral on Texas Tech than you be super anti-Texas Tech. Because I don't know that would work out well for us in the long run. And I want people to look at our program and say, okay, yes, did they invest tremendously? Yes, they did. But they did it in the right way with a good coach and a great coaching staff and a great fan base. I would much rather that be the perception than what some people would want it to be online.
Yep, totally agree.
So I just got done talking to AJ Holmes, Sheridan Wilson, and Coy Aiken again.
Man, you're going to be their best friend.
I know. They said, man, you are a short dude, again, as I came up. But I asked, we were talking about some other stuff, but then I said, who would win an arm wrestling match between you guys? Can you guess who said who and who picked who to win?
I think
they all picked themselves.
I think they all picked Ben.
Sheridan said himself, AJ said himself, Coy said Matthew Wilson. Does that name ring a bell?
Matthew
He
Wilson.
said it's the biggest tricep you've ever seen. Is that right, Matthew Wilson? The biggest tricep that you've ever seen in your life.
I know the roster like the back of my hand. I do not know a Matthew Wilson.
That's what he said.
Huh. Interesting.
So-
Learn something new every day. Yeah.
But Ben Roberts was a good pick as well too. Is your mic on?
I don't know. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? Let me know in the comments. I'm being
Just
told.
I think just tap the.
No, it's still coming through a little bit, but
Oh. The color wasn't
Hello?
on.
hello. Can you hear me?
Let us know if you can hear
Yeah,
Conrad.
if you
Okay, we're hearing Mike muted. No, someone's saying yes, we have
Yes,
you,
we have you,
Conrad. There
Conrad.
you go, man.
Is it?
Do you leave a comment if you want Conrad to stay muted?
Bring the mic closer,
If you want
Conrad.
Conrad to stay muted, leave a comment.
It's nice having so many producers back end for us that can help us with our audio and our lives.
I want people to comment mute Conrad. That would make my day.
Unfortunately,
No.
could we
Yeah,
get
trending
could we
hashtag.
get anyone else on the show from another school or team? You think?
Should we get Coach Prime on the show?
There's
Dude,
absolutely no
By
shot.
the way, if there's one coach so far that has been absolutely silent, like
Yeah.
Coach Prime has showed up for his press conference and the coaches roundtable and
And
has
he was gone.
completely disappeared.
Totally.
Not a lot of Coach Prime sightings here today.
He knew the Pillsbury Doughboy would be in attendance.
He
and
felt
that
Conrad's
was-
presence and got scared.
Yep, you're exactly right.
What
So-
do we expect of Colorado this year? You got Julian Lewis, 5-star quarterback.
We were just talking about that. I do think Conrad's mic has gone down. I think my mic might be down, or is my mic? My mic's still going. I think Colorado's going to be better than we think. I think they might be a top 8 team in the Big 12, and I really don't think that's crazy. I'm building out my rosters, and I think their defensive line's really good. I think their wide receivers are good. They've got a 5-star quarterback. If they figure out the offensive line, they're going to be a competent offense. I think the go-go offense is a fun stab. Like, if you're going to do something non-conventional, like, that's a fun way to do it. That's an interesting way to do it, and I like that idea as opposed to, hey, I'm going to hire a traditional OC and we have untraditional talent, or maybe not as high level of a talent. That's a fun way to do things, and it minimizes the impact that your offensive line has. So I think that's a great way to approach it. And so I'm higher on Colorado than consensus. I think they'll be a top 8 team for me in the Big 12.
So, and speaking of that, why we might want to be careful on how we talk about Colorado because their players are right here to the left of us right now. And watching. Is this Julian Lewis right here?
That's Julian. We talked about it while you were interviewing and doing your thing.
Do you think he'd come on the show? I don't want Colorado's SID to cancel us.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You want to go up and ask him?
We can just rip.
Is
We
your
got,
mic is? Can we confirm that Conrad's mic is on?
A comment and make sure that my mic is good.
test. I don't think you're on.
Hey, speaking of right on time, Coach Prime walks right up right here.
Joining the show.
How's it going, Coach?
How are you, Coach?
But so Z, you were saying?
I do think there's interesting news coming out about Jalen Brewster right now. If you're into following
Oh, okay.
recruiting, we'll see what ends up happening, but
What's the news?
I don't know. There's just some rumors going around. We'll see. But I there's people that think a decision comes this week. Who knows? Who knows what ends up happening?
And Jalen Brewster, Z, for those that do not know.
5-star defensive tackle, #1 player in the country for the high school class in 2027, or I guess it's
So in case anyone just missed that, I know we're talking about that. We were talking about Colorado, and then Coach Prime walks right up to us and just kind of gives us a nod.
Yeah.
Didn't say hi though. Didn't just kind of went like this. I think he knew who you were.
just no shot he knew who you were. Is Conrad's mic working? Can we get
We're getting a lot of comments about Conrad's mic on the live stream.
Conrad is very weak. I think
Conrad, don't let them talk to you about that.
I think Conrad may be picking up into my mic. I just don't know that his mic is working right now because I'm seeing that bar right there. I don't think I'm getting anything there. I think when you're talking, it's coming through my mic, and that's why it sounded.
So I will say that was one of those moments where like it happens so fast when you see stars walk in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't really think like you're gonna have a freeze frame moment. Like when we talk to Texas Tech, we're kind of used to it when we see all these
Sure.
coaches. Deion Sanders, primetime, just walking 2 feet. me and then kind of looking at me and giving me a little thing.
Yeah.
That was kind of
two
shoot.
alpha males
That was
acknowledging each
two
other.
alpha males facing each other off in the wilderness. Anything could go down. That was a pinch me moment a little bit there. Seeing Coach Prime walk right up next to me and just kind of giving me a little nod as I said, I didn't know what to say. Did I say, hey, Coach? I said, what's up, Coach?
What's up, Prime?
What's up, Prime?
It is funny, of all the coaches that were here, it felt like Scott Frost was the one that could kind of wander around aimlessly and nobody was saying anything to him. Joey was at all the booths.
Scott Frost was sitting by himself on a couch.
And I
just
get that.
talking.
Like which media member is mogging Scott Frost to say, hey, I need to. I think you're working now, Conrad.
Oh, okay.
Conrad's back.
Am I back from the dead? My mic, I mean, not me, but let us know.
So, Zyler, do you think that Brewster's going to LSU?
I have legitimately zero intel on any of that. I am not a source journalist when it comes to recruiting. But we'll see. The LSU always feels good about that. They've always felt good about it. So we'll see what ends up happening there.
Conrad, you are back, by the way.
I am back. I'm glad you guys can hear me now. My mic lives. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley Dixon.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so when you
All right.
were going through your muted thing, but watching Coach Prime walk right up to you, what were you thinking? Because you're a
His
big
mic
Cowboy
immediately
fan.
stopped working.
Big Cowboy fan?
Yeah, you're a big Cowboy fan.
I don't know, man. I think, sitting here in the Star, I'm the biggest Cowboy fan ever. This is the greatest franchise in the history of the earth. The most valuable franchise in the history of sports. Everything happens right here at the Star in Frisco. So huge Cowboy fan right here. And I can tell you how the season's going to end. They're going to miss the playoffs, or they're going to lose in the first round. There's one or the other. It doesn't end any other way.
I will say one of the funniest interactions I've had today was Pete Thamel was here, and if you're a longtime listener, you know that Pete Thamel follows me on Twitter. So I walked up to Pete and I said, hey, Pete, I'm Zyler from the Broadway Shuffle. You follow me on Twitter. And the look of absolute horror that crossed his face when he's like, why do I follow this absolute moron? And why is he talking to me? And then I had to pivot from that. And, those guys are just so funny and what they're doing. Like, they have little special one-on-one sessions with the coaches after this where they get to talk and actually get sourced information. And it's so funny how you build access and do different things like that. So it was fun talking to Pete. I think he was a little bit mortified. He's like, "Why? Who is this guy?"
How did my finger slip onto the follow?
Yeah,
button
how did
on
I
accident
accidentally
during
follow this
the Brendan Sorsby saga?
Yeah, correct.
I don't know why you need to be so down on yourself, Zyler. I mean, your Twitter profile picture is probably the best Twitter profile picture I've ever seen.
Conrad keeps
What is Zyler's?
Conrad
Zyler,
keeps
he
ragging
tells
me.
him to change
I
his
have a
profile
picture
pic. What
of
is his profile?
my
pic?
brother, who's a tech athlete, Big 12 champion. It's us at a track meet. I think it's fine.
I'm going to Z's profile right
I'm
now.
pulling it up right now for everybody. And your brother is listening.
Yeah,
Track Hall of Famer. I mean, it's a great picture.
Big 12 champion.
If you can't see it, it's right here.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And
How old were you in that picture, Z?
I was
12.
probably 22.
Okay, but you are like 30. You are
It's probably
30
time for
now.
an update.
You are 30 now.
Do I look that much different from 22 to 30? Like, I think I could still legitimately pass as a college kid. I don't think I've aged.
Let me look. There's a couple more wrinkles there.
Like, okay, so here's the other
You have
question.
3
Like,
kids.
if I went to Chimmy's, would they still ask for my card? And the answer is yes. They would ask for my ID. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Do you get ID'd still?
Yes, that's what I'm
You
saying.
do get ID'd at bars?
Yes.
I think people see the bags under my eyes now and the stress, and they.
From what?
I don't know. Making the show a top show on YouTube, trying to make it as a podcaster is a hard life, man. And I think it wears on you. And I think they see that they like ID, please, and then they look at me in the eyes and go, nah, you're good. You can go in, buddy.
You need it. You need it. I don't care how
You
old you are.
deserve this. You deserve this.
Let us know questions in the comments that you guys have for us as we wait for Coach McGuire. But again, maybe share this episode with a friend. Send that share link and send it to a friend, Texas Tech fan, and let them know that Coach McGuire is coming on the show. We don't know when, but we're going to find out, and we'll be here until he does.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I have not gotten a text yet. I think it was during the second breakout session, which could be in another 30 minutes. But he's a busy guy, man. I mean, like we said, they're doing a lot of things. Bear Bachmeyer is walking up here to the set right now. He has got good hair. Is that Willie Fritz as well, too? I think Willie Fritz, Houston's head coach, is right up
He's
here.
very spry for a 66-year-old
He is
man.
very spry, man.
He's a great coach. too.
Great coach. Good ball coach. Overrated team last year.
And so all these
Both can
guys,
be true.
it's kind of funny because they were in pads, like we talked about earlier. Now they're all in suits and looking
In
professional.
polos.
I'm still getting word that Conrad's mic is low.
I don't know why. Everybody's
No, he's
saying
good. He's
back.
good. He's good.
He's back.
I need people to go to my Twitter profile and tell me if I need to change my profile pic because Conrad asks me
right now,
every
let's
single
do a
week
poll.
to change it.
Should Zyler change his Twitter profile pic? Yes or no? Everyone go look at Zyler's Twitter
And then
profile
comment that.
and then comment that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting texts from Mr. Mac Daddy himself that you're.
I still think you're
low.
coming
I
through. It looks like you're coming through on
You
the
wanna
audio.
check on that, Corey? Can we just check on Conrad's mic?
Yeah, I think, I can speak louder, but I don't want to overpower any of these other shows recording live right next to
I
us.
would speak as loud as you want to speak, man.
We're saying we're getting all clear here.
Is Conrad's mic low or is hearing not up to par? What's the question?
Maybe we're close to each other. There may be some overlap there. There may be some
I don't know.
echoing.
Maybe I could sit right here and it'd be better. Just trying to make this the best show possible.
By
for
the way,
Shufflers.
we'd be remiss if we didn't shout out Clayton Anderson,
Oh,
our
yeah.
fourth
Yes.
member of the show. Clayton, we miss you. Clayton is in. I just got a picture from his dad, actually. I believe they're in Jackson Hole, Wyoming right now.
Mhm.
So that's why Clayton's not with us, our fourth member of the show. We miss Clayton. Z, if there's one guy you could interview from another team that's here right now, who would it be?
Oh, Kenny Dillingham, easy.
All
Could be
right,
an
let's
easy
go
answer.
track
Dave
down
Aranda.
Kenny Dillingham and
Yeah.
find Kenny. I'm looking down the line here. I see Willie Fritz. I see Kalani Sataki.
God, I wish Sonny Dykes was here.
Could we get Sonny Dykes on? Where's
He's
Dave
here
Ar-
tomorrow.
He's here tomorrow. Where's Dave Aranda at?
I could go see if we could get Matthew Ainsworth on. He has he's shared. There's a lot of fan bases, or a lot of our fan base that directs a lot of ire toward him. He's the Locked On Cougs guy.
Let's have him on.
We can go see what he's doing. I may go walk down there.
Could we get on Bear Bachmeyer, you think?
I'll have to go see. If you want to use my mic, I can go ask.
Okay, I'll use your mic.
Cool. Y'all riff.
All right, Z's going to go recruit some guys for us
Okay,
to join the show.
tell
while we
me
wait for
now.
Coach McGuire. Now, Z's mic, I think, is fine. So you should be good.
Is it better now for everybody? Or is it the same? Everybody told me I was back.
So, Conrad, what has been some of your favorite memories? Talking to Debbie McGuire was really fun. Getting to spend some time with the McGuire family was a lot of fun today. What have you enjoyed so far of Media Days that you maybe weren't expecting you'd enjoy?
Yeah, I was. I did not have my usual coffee this morning from my normal beans that I drink every morning, and so I was wondering what's the coffee going to be like at the Star, and Jerry does everything top notch in terms of business, and so I was shocked at how good the coffee is here. I mean, I've had a few cups. I don't know about you, Brennan, but I think it's very
had
good.
3 cups myself. While Dave Aranda was going during his press conference, we thought it'd be a really good time while there was a break in the action to talk about how good the coffee was here at the Star. And you're right, at least the Cowboys are doing something right. They're providing good coffee here at Big 12 Media Days.
And that's what really matters.
That's all that matters.
That's really what
all that
matters.
We
That's
want
really
to shout
matters.
out to behind the scenes. We've got Pat Cockrell with Red Raider Sports. He's been taking some awesome photos of us today. Corey Velasquez, our social media director, has been super busy. Eric Morris is a good idea. If we can find Eric Morris, Red Raider.
He is wearing the coolest sport coat,
Eric-
the second coolest
clean.
sports
Look,
coat.
I see Zyler. Zyler's running around out there, head on a swivel.
He's trying to show all these
looking
coaches
for
that he has a
guys to
sub
get on. He's trying to
4.540.
find- We're also probably the best dressed people here.
That's an understatement. We
Don't
are.
you think? We
We
are.
are.
There's been a lot of polos and even some t-shirts and shorts. That's been a lot of fun. Conrad, look, Zyler's talking to Shahan J. Raja at CBS Sports, friend of the show. Let's see.
All right. He's coming.
He's coming back. Let's get this mic. We're trying to figure out Conrad's mic. You get Bear Bachmeyer, Zyler?
No.
Who'd you find? Kenny Dillingham.
Well, we'll see.
Eric
We'll see if
Morris?
Parker wants to come over. Yeah, I think Parker's going to hop on with us. Is Conrad's mic working, or is he going to take this mic?
Oh, Parker with Locked On Cougs is coming on?
Yeah.
Perfect. Talk some Houston Cougars. We're going to check this mic, Parker. It's kind of been in and out. We're
Do you want
working
me
on
to-
it. So, Z, maybe you want to have him
Here.
hop on yours, or you
just
can
use-
share with me.
Yeah, we'll use both.
Parker
yeah.
Ainsworth.
Walking in the fire.
No.
Talking
Friendly
to the Broadway
confines.
Shuffle podcast here. Parker, Locked On Cougs.
Locked on.
So, are you a Houston graduate?
No, not used. So I got family that went there, and I was born there. And so I grew up. What's funny was when I was growing up, it was like the Case Keenum days, and so we were kind of like the offspring. Like no one talked about him. You need to be talking about this guy. And like beat Penn State. We had a bunch of big like Oklahoma State and back. Anyway, it's a big fun time to be a Houston fan back then, and like no one was a fan.
Yeah.
And then there was a little bit of a lull. Like the major Applewhite thing didn't work. And now we're in the Big 12, and it's like, okay, like now he's around, right?
Yeah.
So I grew up rooting for him. I actually went to a super small D3 school trying to play myself once upon a time.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the
You
day.
also said that your dad went to Monterey High School in Lubbock. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I joke a lot. Like, I don't hate Lubbock. A lot of people in Houston are like, Lubbock's the sticks. Like, family there. My dad went to Monterey High School. So I like know Lubbock. I feel like I know the Allsup stores as well as anyone.
Yeah, man. Well, we are excited. The Houston game Friday night has been a hugely talked about game. First Big 12 game for Texas Tech. Friday in Lubbock, standalone game. What can you tell us about the Houston Cougars this year? Obviously, last year with Willie Fritz, Connor Weigman, big success coming in. This year, there's expectations that this team can compete and win the conference. Give us your best case for why Houston will compete for a Big 12 championship.
I love that.
So I think they're better or the same at every spot but one. The one being tight end. They sent a guy to the NFL. I like the guy they brought in, but it's hard to replace NFL caliber tight end. Connor's back. It's his first offseason with the same offensive coordinator, same head coach, and his own health at the same time. I think it's a big deal for him. They brought in talent at wide receiver around Amari Thomas. They brought in Mekhi Hughes, the running back that had 400 yards in a season under this exact same staff at Tulane a couple years back. They brought in Ashton Porter, a pass rusher. They brought in Shadre Hurst as a preseason All Big 12 offensive lineman. They brought in talent at a bunch of spots. And look, let's be honest. I'm talking to a bunch of guys at Tech. There's only a couple of like turnkey kind of games in a Big 12 season.
Certainly.
And there's September 18th. And then there's like a road trip to Rice Eccles for Houston. I'm like, okay, there's actually a weird path where you only have to win one of those to get to Arlington even, because the way the conference breaks out. And if you win both, you almost get there for sure. And so that's why I think there's a real path for Houston. It's more about all the factors put together, I guess.
Parker, this is going to be way more of a nerdy, like roster build question. Alvin Eboseli is the left tackle there. Didn't grade out super well last year for the Cougars, but every other spot on the offensive line, I think you can definitely make the case it's better for Houston next year. Is Alvin a locked-in left tackle for Houston this year?
So they had him there all spring. And I will say that I think that they, between his own body composition change and some of the spring, then they feel good about him. Brought in Drew Terrell from Miami, Ohio at right tackle. And they spent the spring.
Feel good about him.
Yeah, they spent the spring with him at right and Alvin Eboseli at left. Mackenzie Agnella's walking around here somewhere.
Yeah, big dude.
He played everywhere when he was in New Mexico, and so I guess he could do a lot of stuff too. Right now, I mean, it sounds like the plans are him at left, and like I said, that's obviously like a star spot. I think it's also, when you look at like PFF grades, most teams put their best pass rusher on the left tackle.
Totally,
so
hardest job.
It's a different curve to grade on too, right? So
yeah,
that's what they got right now, and like I said, I think they got better across that room.
Sure. The thing when I look at Houston's roster, and obviously an outsider, but I love looking at rosters and how teams build them. I think Houston's built a lot of really solid top line guys. I worry more about the depth as the season goes on. Do you share that same concern? Because if I look at the starters, like the starting 22, I'm like, man, this is about as good as anybody in the conference. The backup 22, I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I feel as good about that. Is that a sentiment that Houston fans would share, or is that just me?
Well, I think that's certainly like, it's your fourth season in the Big 12, right? Your first year, you're going to get a full rev share out of it, right? So I think that's part of the growing out of the group of five thing. I think the other piece of that too is, like you're saying, I think there's truthfully a lot of teams that just don't have 10, 12, 15 offensive linemen laying around, right? That's part of the concern there. Look, Houston and Tech is one of those games I just talked about being kind of a tentpole game for how the season goes, is week 3. I think that health, you hope you're still healthy for week 3. You've got a whole bunch of problems if that's not the case.
Hopefully you don't have any gambling scandals pop up that you knock a starter out that
I
way.
heard about those.
Yeah. Wanted to turn our attention a little bit to September 18th and what's going to happen on that Friday night in Lubbock. What would be your initial thoughts? I know it's July 7th, way too early, about Houston, Texas Tech, and what's going to happen and what's going to take place on Friday night in Lubbock. Not a prediction. I know there's still a long time to go, and we know things can happen in the offseason. But what would your thoughts be right now, assuming everyone's healthy? What do you think that matchup looks like?
Look, Houston Houston wants to run the ball. They wanted to run the ball last year. They want to run the ball this year. They brought in a big running back to do that. Connor ran the ball well for us last year.
Certainly.
Last year they got down early, and I thought they actually played really good red zone defense.
Certainly.
But Tech was in the red zone a lot, had a couple turnovers, right? And so,
Sure.
and the goal for Houston is if you don't get down early like that, can you kind of, honestly keep your run game going and keep in the game that way? That's what you want to do anyway. If you stay in a close game, you ride that out. And so I think Houston would rather this be a low scoring kind of game.
Sorry, man. We're working the three mic combo here, trying to make sure we get all the questions and thoughts in. Z, you got another one?
Yeah, Parker, talk a little bit about Willie Fritz, because I think he commands a lot of respect in the conference, and you'd be hard to find anybody that said he's not a top 5 coach in the conference. I think most people would have him, top 4. What are Houston's expectations for Willie Fritz's tenure as far as length of stay? He's a little bit older. Is he expected to be a 5-year guy, 7-year guy, decade? What are your kind of expectations for Willie long term?
He's in his 60s. Like, let's not beat around the bush here. He's not a young guy. He's also never been fired. He's moved.
That's
up.
Impressive.
I mean, it's junior college to Division II to like FCS. He's moved his way up every time, right? I think the deal there to me is that it's kind of, he said, his daughters live in Houston. His son is on his staff. This is his last stop. Coaches typically hang it up close to 70. So you are looking at 5-6 years total. We're in year 3 of that, so you get 3-4 more. We'll see. I will say I think he's more energy today than he had today a year ago.
Yeah.
And I think that part of that is like the momentum of the program feels like it's kind of rejuvenating him a little bit. He's got some great assistants on staff too, like the Bell brothers and stuff like that.
Certainly.
That take over someday too.
Yeah.
So.
One more, Brennan. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Arguably the best prospect to enter the Big 12 in 5 to 10 years is Keyshawn Henderson. Top 5 player in his class by almost every single metric. When I've listened to Houston guys, they expect he's going to play some, and it's 5 for 5 now, so he doesn't have to worry about burning a red shirt. What would have to happen for the noise to get really loud to make Keyshawn Henderson the starter in your instance? I know that because that's the immediate thing when there's a perceived more talented backup. What is that going to look like? And talk me through how that dynamic is going to play out this year with Weigman and Henderson.
Well, I actually look at what y'all just did a year ago with having Hammond behind Morton and that kind of stuff too. We have a talented young guy. I think an interesting thing for Keyshawn coming in behind Connor. And look, Connor had a great year last year, and it did not happen last year. And knock on wood, the story in him at A&M was he got hurt a lot.
Totally.
Right. And so you want Keyshawn truly ready. You don't want packages. You don't want anything like that because you never know when that'll happen. Right.
Sure.
And so I think that's why Willie's talking about how he's not going to be a packaged quarterback. I do think you'll see like second halves or especially companies like they play Georgia Southern and stuff, right? Those
Sure, you're up 40.
You hope to be, right?
Ideally.
We know what it's like when
We've been there where you only win by 1.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring up that Wyoming at the game.
Yeah, or ACU 2 years ago.
Yeah.
1 point win.
But I think that's the deal there, right? Is you're hoping like bring him along then, and you're just ready if that thing happens with Connor, because Connor did have such a good year in this offense last year with the staff. So.
Great answer.
All right, we'll get you out of here with this. Your Big 12 championship prediction. Will Houston overtake either Texas Tech or BYU, the 2 favorites in front of them, and be in Arlington here in a few months?
I joke with Hatch about our Locked On BYU Cougars guys also here. I think it's Houston and Tech round 2. I think they play at the start. I think there's some storybook there about the start of the year, the end of the year. I'm a Texas football as far as state of football goes, right? But I think they play each other, and we'll see how the first matchup goes. And then, frankly, both teams will look so different. But it would be Hammond's a lot healthier, and year 2 under Connor in this system, and all his wide receivers he brought in, all that kind of like. I think both teams will look a lot different. That the 2 games will look a lot different too, come that second matchup. I think they meet up again, and I'm with Brett and all those guys up there today. We need more than one Big 12 team in the whole dance, right? And that's part of the deal here.
Yeah. Well, Parker, appreciate it, man.
Thank y'all. I feel enemy tears. I feel all right.
Hey, we're
Parker,
nice
thanks for
guys,
joining
man.
the
We're
show.
nice guys.
Hey,
We're not here to. And we
such
look
an ad
forward
hoc
to talking to you
invitation.
again maybe in the fall for a preview for Houston, Texas Tech here in a couple months. Looking forward to it,
for
man.
sure.
Thanks, Parker.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
And we can find you Locked On Cougs.
Locked On
Spotify.
Cougs.
Locked on
YouTube,
Cougs.
Everywhere you get your podcasts.
all of it, anywhere. Awesome. Well, there goes Parker Ainsworth. Awesome guy, man. Meeting him for the first time. Conrad, I've been told you just got to really speak into that mic, man.
I do speak into the mic. Let me know. Let me know again. Hey, these comments are driving up the engagement. We appreciate it. But I'm speaking as loud as I can without yelling.
You got to keep going, man.
I'll just look right like this every single time.
And look right into the camera. Let them know.
Right into the
Let them know
camera.
you hear.
I'm
'em.
talking to you, YouTube. And
It's
subscribe
awesome,
if you
man.
haven't already. 100% free.
It is awesome, man. Well, one thing that we didn't talk about, and this is where I disagree a little bit with Joey and some of the guys on the stage talking about the expanded playoff. And every Big 12 coach seems to agree that the 24-team playoff, they want it. They want the extra security. Now, Joey made the argument that it would actually help bring more competitiveness to the regular season because more games would matter to sneak in, get into the conference. Your guys' thoughts on an expanded playoff in 24 and what those coaches who were all in agreement said about it?
I don't really love the expanded playoff. I think it was actually just fine with 4. I think one of the things that you have to worry about is if you expand the playoff, does the regular season stop meaning things? And I think proponents of the 2014 playoff will say that, no, it'll actually mean more because everybody can think that I'm a 3-game winning streak away from being in the top 25 and being in the playoff. Like, all those games are going to matter. But I think, imagine the Iron Bowl when Auburn is 12 and Bama is 9. And it's at the end of the year, and you're thinking loser is probably out of the playoff, winner gets in. What does that game look like when both of them are pretty much automatically guaranteed to be in the playoff? Do either of the fan bases really care? And I know they do, but like, if you lose, it's like, oh, okay, well, we're in the playoff. Or if you're looking at the game where it's Michigan and Ohio State, and they're probably going to be perennial top 15, top 20 teams, does that game really matter? And so it's not necessarily the more middling team matchups. It's those big tentpole matchups where now it's like, why would I really watch Michigan, Ohio State? I know that these teams are both going to make the playoff. There's really no stakes here. And maybe that's not true because people will always watch those games. But now, especially with the big brands, there's really no way for them to miss. And so their regular season games are just not as, who cares about week 16 in the NFL?
Right.
When your team's already in. And the NFL has way more parity than college football. When you're 9-0, 10-1, who cares about those last couple? Or even 9-2 when you're the Big 12 or the Big 10 of the SEC. Who cares? You're already in.
Right.
So that's the thing that I'm worried about is that the regular season just gets really, really watered down at the top. And I don't really want that.
Zyler, are you concerned with the integrity of the game being challenged by this 2014 playoff?
No. We have determined that the integrity of the game has been saved. Fortunately, our college peers saved the integrity of college football. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So, no, the integrity of the game has been saved.
Okay, just want to make sure. I think there are a lot of different things you can say about this. I think the biggest thing for me is if this is, the 2014 playoff, I'm not a fan of it. I thought 4 would have been fine too. Maybe 6 with the 2 top teams getting buys. I understand why the Big 12 and these coaches are pushing for it because it not only gets more would in theory get more teams in the playoff, but the only thing is I want to see the regular season start sooner so that we are not worrying about this college football calendar that is just a total mess right now. That needs to be fixed. In my opinion, that's more of a priority than expanding the playoff because of what Zyler said, and just because the reality is those teams at the bottom end don't actually have a chance of winning the whole thing.
And what I found interesting too is that it was in unison. These coaches, Kevin Connor from ESPN asked them on stage about it, and they all were like, "We need the 2014 playoff." And why the Big 12 pushing for this? Is it because
it's access? They'll know that they'll get more teams.
They'll get more teams in. They don't have to worry about a BYU Texas Tech thing. But in my mind, I think you're 100% spot on. Week 12, Thanksgiving, week 13, those games should matter. And
totally.
That's what makes it fun. Think of all the great memories the Iron Bowl has brought in when Bama and Auburn were fighting for BCS national championship rights or the 4-team playoff.
It was a playoff in its own.
I understand what Joey's saying about those games will still matter because you might get his point was that you might get a double bye or you might get home field advantage twice, and that those games will still matter to win because it might give you a better path. But if I know that Tech and let's say TCU for this year, for the sake of argument, are playing, and I know Conrad knows TCU won't be there come the end of November, but if Texas Tech is ranked 5th and TCU is ranked 13th, and if TCU wins, they could get into the 12-team playoff and potentially put Tech at risk. Or if Texas Tech goes and beats TCU, there's no punishment to them, and TCU is going to drop to 17 and still be in it. That game becomes a little irrelevant regardless of the
where it's almost like, why am I playing my starters?
Exactly.
Yeah, why not
Why
bench him?
would you?
Why not
'Cause
rest him?
If you're Texas Tech and you're in a 24-team playoff, you could rest, and if you lose, you drop from 5 to 9, and it's like whatever. You're hosting 2 playoff games
Totally.
in Lubbock, and you're probably okay with that.
Yeah, and that's the thing where I think you have to have stakes where you're getting buys or home field advantage or something. Because you see in the NFL, once teams realize they can't get the number 1 seed in the bye and they've made the playoffs, I mean, I want to have home field advantage, but if I'm 2, 3, or 4, I don't really care. I don't care that if I beat the Miami Dolphins on a late January, like I don't care. So that's the thing that I'm worried about. One other thing, Joey will be joining us shortly. I can see he's wrapping up his
Joey.
stuff.
I see Joey doing a TV interview right now.
Yeah, so he'll be over here shortly, and then we'll probably conclude after Joey. I
Yeah,
imagine.
we'll end with Joey.
So don't hold on for just a little bit. We're going to wrap up with Joey after this. And again, we are looking, and we've gotten some really good questions about what we should ask Joey. Please put those in the chat. We'd love to get your thoughts and comments to the head coach.
But Conrad, one final to close up the conversation on the 24-team playoff. You look at BYU Notre Dame this year. Huge regular season game. And I know you and Clayton talked about it on an episode last week on how big a game that could be for the Big 12 Conference. Like, it feels like if BYU is as good as we expect them to be and they win that game, they'll be in the playoff regardless of what happens in their matchup in the Big 12 Championship, or even if they go 11-1, don't make the Big 12 Championship, let's say, but they have a Notre Dame win.
Yep.
And it just feels like that game feels so huge where I'm going to want to watch that game and root for BYU.
Totally.
Because it's good for the Big 12 and it's good for the conference. And if there was a 24-team playoff, even a game like that wouldn't matter as much.
No.
Texas, Ohio State, week 1.
Who cares?
Wouldn't matter that much.
Yeah.
No.
And that to me dilutes the sport more than putting more teams in for easier access.
But as long as you protect the integrity of the game, that's really all that matters. And we just need to keep saying that so nobody forgets that. The integrity of the game is the number one thing that we are concerned about here at the Broadway Shuffle. Okay, now thinking about BYU and Notre Dame, what would you guys think if BYU beat Notre Dame, BYU Texas Tech play, BYU loses Texas Tech, but Texas Tech doesn't lose and beats BYU, who beat Notre Dame? Where would they be slotted in terms of the playoff picture?
Dude, I just feel like they're always going to screw, and they're going to find a reason to screw the Big 12 team that doesn't win the title. I just think they're...
No, I'm saying Texas Tech does win the title.
Yeah,
where
I'm
do
saying
you rank
BYU gets
Texas
screwed.
Tech?
Oh,
Like, are you 3?
oh yeah, you're top 4 for sure. If you're undefeated
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
beat BYU, yeah.
Could you get to 2 maybe? Like, could you jump a Big Ten or SEC champion?
I think the thing that's going to be really interesting this year and that not enough people are talking about is that the SEC has 9 conference games. So you're going to have half those teams get an extra loss.
Yep. Good
and
point.
that's not going to be insignificant on you're going to have more of those 9-3 SEC teams. You just are. And I think that's something that we're going to have to reckon with, because you have to be fair. Like 9 SEC games, that's a tough schedule.
Yeah.
And you need to be rewarded if you win. But I think the tricky thing is the team that goes 6-3 in the SEC and they lose to Georgia, Texas, and A&M, and they beat Auburn, Mississippi State, Kentucky, South Carolina,
Tennessee.
Missouri.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that really that impressive? Like, their strength of schedule is going to be good, but you didn't really beat many good teams. And I can already tell that argument's going to be coming up is that, well, you went 6-3 in the SEC. It's like, well, who did you actually beat? Just because your strength of schedule was 18th, show me your strength of record.
People also need to realize that even though the top of the SEC and the Big Ten are very, very good, no one's disputing that in any regard. The bottom of those 2 conferences is still pretty bad.
Certainly.
Let's make sure we say that. Just because you have that patch on your jersey does not make you better. I'm looking at you, Arkansas. We'll see what happens with this new coach. But
It's
at
not
the
gonna
same
go well.
time, it's just because you have that patch on your jersey does not mean that you should be given the benefit of the doubt when you don't beat teams that are at the top of the conference.
Totally agree.
So,
Great point.
And to that point, which I think you guys both make excellent points. Let's say last year Texas Tech started 23. So going into the game, we were 23, finished at 4.
Yep.
This year, I would venture to say you're going to be in the top 10, right? I mean, I would think maybe
11,
8 to 11 range is
that
probably fair to
feels
say.
really healthy.
And so if you look at that and the way the AP poll works and the college football playoff rankings kind of still mirror the AP poll in a good bit.
Certainly.
Dave Aranda's walking right by the way, if we want to
Should we have him on?
There's absolutely no shot.
And I think one thing that's fascinating about what that could mean for Texas Tech is if you have a couple teams. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Dave just gave Zyler a little head nod. Did you just dab up Dave Aranda?
Yeah, we have an understanding.
Visually,
He has an understanding. I know ball. He knows that I know ball. That's fine.
That was one of the biggest like sups I've seen out of anyone all day. Are you okay?
Yeah.
He's glowing.
Guys,
Zyler's glowing.
it's Dave Aranda. Will Dave Aranda be here next year?
His
No.
his head is glowing off the.
Yeah,
Zyler
he is
just wants to
shiny.
be nice
He's
to
a
him
shiny
so he gets
dude.
a little bit of the buyout.
Yeah, there you go. Dave,
That
future
was-
defensive analyst at Texas
That
Tech.
was hilarious watching Dave walk by like that and just looking at Z. It was like direct eye contact and just a big old head nod.
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe Z, go try to, after you guys just had a romantic moment there, maybe you could come get him on the show, you and Dave Aranda.
Maybe
I felt it. But what I was saying was that if you'd start at 9 or 11 and teams start to drop early, so you have that Texas-Ohio State loss, teams will start dropping back just because they lose a game.
Yeah.
And if Tech is 9-0, I would venture to say Tech's going to be in the top 3 or top 4 in the country at that point. Like there is not an unrealistic path to Texas Tech having a clear bye if they go undefeated.
Yeah, I think you would be in the exact same
you
spot.
got a bye with one loss last year.
But that one loss, was Jordan Tyson and Sam Levitt, and so I think they
Sure,
respected that loss, and no Baron Morton, obviously, and so I think that was a big part of why I think you still got the bye, and your margin of victory in all of your victories.
Yeah, all of that's very true. I just think there's a path for Texas Tech to be in that 2 to 3 range this year if all things go well, and you could be playing for a bye again. And
Yeah,
that's why if I'm
okay, but I kind of want if I could pick a spot, I want to be 5. I want to host the 12 seed. At home.
okay. So
Yeah,
which game
I
are you
would.
choosing to drop on the schedule then?
Which
Which game are you losing to make sure you get the 5 seed and not a top 4 seed?
Here's what I choose. I choose 13-0. I choose a 13-0 SEC team, a 13-0 Big Ten team, a 13-0 Miami, and a 12-1 SEC championship loser. That's the 4 seed.
Okay, so you want Texas Tech just to be the first guy out just because of the other guy's success.
Yeah, I think hosting a home playoff game in Lubbock would be unbelievable scenes. I mean, it would just be it would be the biggest game that you've ever hosted. I mean, it would supersede. Now, if you're hosting James Madison, maybe that's not as. But if it's Auburn coming into town for a playoff game, or it's Michigan, or something like that would be just a top of the line atmosphere.
I
That's
cannot
what
even
want.
imagine what that would be like.
Yeah,
and it would be
dude,
cold.
or
It'd be
my
glorious.
dream is that the Aggies have to come to Lubbock. That would be the most expensive ticket that's ever been sold in Jones AT&T Stadium. Is if the
It's
Aggies
not
come to
Jones
Lubbock for.
AT&T anymore.
I'm going to call it Jones AT&T for until I know who
Wait.
else is going to
The
be.
naming rights haven't changed yet, have they?
No, I think
But the
they
AT&T
will
has
change.
expired. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this
Okay.
year it's going to be Jones
So
AT&T.
oddly enough, though, I think
No.
no,
No,
it's
it's
not going to
new,
be
Nick.
18. It'll be
What's
new
it going to be
year.
this
It's
year?
Jones Broadway Shuffle Stadium.
No.
Really?
Yes, breaking news here on the Broadway
Wait, I
Shuffle.
did not know that. Okay, guys, I have terrible news. I haven't been told nothing yet from Joey, but he was kind of making his way close, and now I'm seeing him walk up the staircase. So
Joey, give us the cold shoulder.
No. It's still happening. I just think it's gonna be closer to the 5 o'clock window than the 4 o'clock window.
Tough scenes.
Hey, you got to wait for the head ball coach. That's what we
Absolutely.
Got. Should we start playing like Monopoly Deal here on
Let us
stage
know.
or something? Or what do
Yeah, we're going to start a game of Catan.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the audience make moves, try to trade sheep and wool, sheep and brick.
There's only so much Big 12 media you can talk about.
Start asking us questions.
Yeah, ask us questions in the chat. Best mascot we saw today was the Horny Toad good. What about
Cosmo was here.
Cosmo.
Always
Yeah,
elite.
Cosmo.
Sun Devil was nice. He was on our video.
Yeah, Sparky was good.
Sparky
Yeah.
was nice.
The Golden Knight's fun. He's big.
He is big. Man, does one of you guys want to go fetch us some waters or anything? Anyone else getting a little parched?
I'm parched. I can't, and I'm having to talk super loud because apparently
Why don't
nobody
you go
can
get
hear
us some
me.
waters?
Yeah,
Your
Conrad,
mic
go
is the
grab us some
worst one on
waters.
the deck.
Okay.
Would you be water boy?
Can y'all behave?
Yeah, we'll behave.
be all right.
Are
We'll
you
behave.
sure? Will you
Waters
promise
and like
me?
a Diet Coke would be great. Some caffeine. I'm crashing.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna listen on my
and
phone.
find Joey and get him over here.
I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna go grab Joey by the hand and be like, "Coach, we need you. We're dying over
Say,
here."
Coach, the audience has been waiting patiently. Great job, by the way. We love all of
60,000
you.
Red Raiders are waiting
Was
on the Broadway
on-
Shuffle live stream. To hear Coach
Subscribing
McGuire.
every 10 seconds. Thanks, man. We're gonna give your mic. Yeah, I know. Conrad on a mission is unstoppable.
He really is.
There's one thing about Conrad. All right, let's get to the chat. Z, are there any questions that anyone's asking, or are they just patiently waiting, just like the rest of us?
Somebody said Conrad should get us a hand of bourbon, and I cannot agree more. I've got a long drive to Lubbock, and
You've
I could
got a
use
5-hour drive to Lubbock. You could really utilize that.
I
Yeah.
really
would be
think
a
not
good
that
idea.
I do not condone any
We
of that.
don't condone that.
But I'd just love to have it in the car.
But just in
just to
case.
see it. Yeah, just in case
just to hold it and be like, when I get home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're
with that.
mine.
Yeah.
What bourbon you drinking these days? Conrad said, behave. We're just getting right into a bourbon discussion.
You know, I have
Can I tell you a bourbon story actually
I
happened to
have
me?
one story that I can tell.
Go.
Okay,
please.
so I got a single barrel bottle of Jack Daniels when we visited, and the name escapes me, the distillery in Tennessee. And it's cool. It's like the only bottle that they made out of that, or there's only a certain amount of bottles made out of that specific barrel. And I've only opened it 4 times. It was the birth of my 3 children. And then when Tech won the Big 12 championship. It's the only time I've had a drink out of
That is glorious. So it's still sitting there.
Yeah, still sitting there.
So is it Texas Tech wins and children? Is that the only time you drink it? I mean, could
Well,
subscriber goals maybe cause a celebratory
Yeah,
drink?
maybe if we got to 10,000, maybe that would be something pretty special. But yeah, it's kind of fun. I save it for special occasions.
Could
and it's
we
cool.
add 7,300 subscribers in the next 5 hours so you can get home and open a bottle? We'll find out.
maybe
It's up to
that's
you guys.
That's what we need. We need to figure out if that's going to happen.
My story isn't nearly as glorious or romantic.
Sentimental?
I was at Texas Live for Argentina, Austria 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
You know that Lowe's Hotel next to Texas Live?
Certainly.
So I sit down at the bar. It's like a Monday noon. I'm just like, I'm just going to grab a nice bourbon to drink to settle
certainly.
the stomach. And there was a bottle of Eagle Rare
Okay.
in front of me.
Okay.
And I didn't know this. I just thought it was a normal bottle of Eagle Rare, but it was like a 17-year-old small batch or 17-year-old small batch. So the guy pours me the drink and pours it to me and sits there. And then he has the audacity to come up to me and say, hey, man, just so you know, that bottle is $300 a shot.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
$300.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there just wanting to enjoy a nice glass of bourbon. Not the nicest glass of bourbon.
Oh my goodness, dude. That is a horrible story.
So I drank it. I will say I've never had a $300 glass
Could you
of
tell?
bourbon. Oh my gosh. It was like drinking water. It just went down smooth.
Okay, in a good
It
way.
Sat good. It
Okay.
was glorious. He was kind enough to comp my food, my dad's food, and my brother's food due to the mishap.
Wow.
And their drinks. So it sort of balanced
worked out.
out at the end, but I was sitting there, my face got red. I was like, what did I do?
Conrad's commenting saying we're a sports podcast.
My
and we
wife's
are.
going to kill me.
Dang, that's so tough.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so tough.
And I'm not like a bourbon aficionado. Like I'll drink
I'll
drink what's in front of me.
Mhm.
Not all the time, like once a week
Yeah.
or whatever. But I had no idea that was coming.
Somebody asked who's the best driver between all 3 of us, and I think it's very clearly Brennan of the golf ball.
Of the golf ball, and I would say that I trust myself on the Dallas roads. I'm familiar with
No. Golf swing.
Oh, golf swing.
Yeah.
Oh.
You trust yourself on the Dallas roads. I'm glad
I
you
trust myself. Conrad can actually hit the crap out of the golf ball. I'll be honest. When he hits it straight, it goes a mile.
Okay.
I've seen him hit a 320-yard drive. I've seen him carry it 300, especially at the Rawls.
Sure.
But he's not straight very often.
Okay. It's definitely not me. I'm the worst golfer of us 3. Brennan shot a 73 yesterday. 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
That's a really spicy round.
Yeah, I was cooking early, man.
Yeah. 3 under through
3
9.
under through 9. My dad was. It was probably the proudest moment of my dad's life watching that 9 holes.
That's unbelievable.
And then I shot 4 over on the back.
That's fine. I would love to shoot 4 over on the back
I
at
fell
any
back
point in
to
my life.
earth, and I disappointed my dad. You could see it in his eyes; they were glistening. And he was like, "You've made it 30 years in this world, and I haven't had a moment to be proud of you. And I've watched you go 3 under through 9 holes, and this moment could be a good bonding moment for us." And then I totally tanked it, and the normal dad disappointment came right back.
That's so tough. We have somebody in the comments. Okay, sorry, it's Crazy Cat's mama. I was calling you Crazy Cat's man. That's my bad. I'll read a little bit further next time. Airways to Fairways asked, have you played Pebble Beach before?
I have not played Pebble. I saw that Airways to Fairways played Pebble, and I'm looking at Conrad Mills walking down. He's got a handful of sodas and waters. But no, I have not played Pebble Beach. I hope to play Pebble Beach one day. I saw that Airways to Fairways was at Pebble Beach, so and shot what, an 83.
84.
Shout out to you, 84. Shout out to you, Airways and Fairways.
Yeah, 84. I'd love to shoot that at Shadow Hills.
What's the best score you've ever shot?
I've shot an 83
Where?
at Shadow Hills. It's the best round of my life.
One thing that I think is interesting about being here too is athletic directors. Kirby Hokut, if
Not
he's
here.
here, we haven't seen him. I don't
Which
think
is
he's
kind of
here.
odd.
I think that is a little odd.
Yeah,
Cody
'cause-
Campbell is also missing. Last year he was here. He's not here this
Yep.
year. But these athletic directors, is that agua?
Not a sponsor, but
They
could
don't
be.
have water.
They don't have bottled water.
Do they have Diet Coke?
See if they have them on the media tables.
Wow, I'll have a sip of
I'm gonna
Pepsi.
go down
I am. That's fine. The Broadway Shuffle, sponsored by Pepsi. Don't sue us.
Yep.
The athletic directors can just kind of freely roam around, dude.
And they are kind of alphas.
And
You
they're
can
kinda
always
alphas.
tell.
You can tell who an athletic director is, but that you don't know. Like, they're not being bothered. I saw Rossini,
No.
ASU's athletic director.
I saw
sitting over there.
the
and
UCF athletic director
They're
was
just
right over-
vibe. Like, no one's bothering them. No one's asking them for quotes. How do you become an athletic director? I think that would be a chill job
Yeah.
at media days, at least, because everyone else is just running around like a chicken with their head cut off, and the
Yeah.
ADs are just kind of vibing.
The other thing that I think is funny about media days, and it's a bad thing to say when Joey's about to hop on the show, you can tell the coaches hate being here.
Oh yeah,
Like, genuinely. They're like, why am I in front of all these people?
yeah.
Which is a fun dynamic because it's like there's a ton of people that are amped to be here. And then the main attractions are like, get me out of this place.
Well, and I get it from a coach's perspective is you're trying to build camaraderie in a locker room, keep everything tight knit. You really don't want to give too much about your team.
Yeah, what do you
away
want
at
to talk
all.
about? Yeah,
They're not going to want to sit up there and be like, yeah, here's the form, here's what Will Hammond's going to be doing for us this year.
Totally.
And you have to do that.
Yeah.
And you have to come in and you have to talk to all these outlets. I mean, we've seen, and Joey's saving best for last.
Yeah.
That's why he hasn't come on our show yet. But we've
Yep.
seen him bounce around like crazy.
Lights are gonna
Deion
turn off and we're
Prime's
still gonna
over
be
there,
waiting.
Dave Aranda's these guys are just moving everywhere, and they are going to deal with people like us.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to deal with me
Totally.
or 10 of me for 5 hours during a single day. When you flew in the morning, you're flying back at night.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot for these
Yeah,
guys, and I applaud them for just dealing with it and handling it.
somebody I was impressed with today. I thought AJ Holmes, very respectful. Very respectable young man.
AJ
Shook
Holmes
all the
was
hands,
a
looked us in the eye.
great interview. Terrance Carter's hilarious.
Yeah, great. Does he remind you of Kendall Greenlee?
A little bit.
The way he
does.
talks?
He talks and the hair. He's
Yeah.
got great dreads.
Yep.
He told everyone to subscribe. Ben Roberts was super cool. We've been able to interview Ben before, but Ben in person, sitting next to him, awesome guy. Coy Aiken's super kind.
Yep.
I mean, Sheridan, all the guys, everyone we brought, class act, they were super
Did
kind
we miss
to us.
anybody?
We got it all. Remember, we had Bryce sitting here, but we couldn't get the
Oh, so it was
live
Bryce
stream going at
Sheridan.
the time. So we had Bryce, Sheridan, Coy, Terrance, AJ, and Ben.
Ben. Yeah, you're right. We did get all 6. I was forgetting Bryce.
Corey's done a great job. Go to our Twitter, follow us at the Broadway Shuffle. All the pictures of the guys are on there. Pat's been taking some super sick photos that we're excited to share with you guys. It's just a fun day, man. This is our first time here. I think it'd be worth talking about our backstory a little bit, Z,
Mhm.
on a year ago, how we weren't credentialed.
How you tried to sneak in here?
I tried sneaking in the back door, looked like an idiot. It's fun to be here as just people that love Texas Tech, love talking about the school, getting to know these guys, having the access that we've been blessed to have, and
Yeah.
and get to feel what this team is trying to push towards, which is a national championship. And the fan base, we deserve at least a little bit of that success. Like the
Totally.
momentum that Texas Tech is building in football,
Totally.
it's been long overdue. We had it last year, and we're ready to capitalize on last year's success, and it's fun to be here and see that.
I think one of the other funny, and Brennan and I have talked about this. There's and this is not a pat ourselves on the back kind of thing, but there's an openness and a creativity that comes with not being a journalist, where it's like, hey, everything I have to write has to be sourced, has to be reportable. In that's a great field, and sometimes I wish I was in that field. We're able to do stuff that I think is really fun and not stuffy.
Right.
I think we can ask questions that aren't, tell me about your team's culture and what are you guys building toward? It's like, God, dude, what is he going to say? Like, yeah, it's great. And we're building towards something awesome.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
It-
And I like having the opportunity and the access to ask something that's actually interesting, and that you can actually get like real information and insight on. And I don't think that you always get that, nor can coaches give that to guys that are going to actually report. He can't tell Thamel stuff like that.
Right. And one thing that we, as a podcast, try to push forward and do for people is Hey, Corey, can you get a video of Conrad coming in here so we can share this?
Chips
This is-
unsolicited.
look at- he's got water bottles. He's got. Hey, bring that to the screen, Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad, show everybody.
Let people
go
know.
right in front.
Let people know what you're.
And he picked sea salt and vinegar. Are you kidding me? Thank you, sir.
Chips. Are the sleeping bags coming soon?
Yeah.
I mean, are we ready for the camp out tonight? Where's the tent here?
Just text him.
Yeah, I'll get an update on him.
I walked around trying to find him. I couldn't find him.
I'll get an update. Let me.
Hey, I'm gonna eat these chips while
We
being
talk.
really close to the microphone,
Oh,
and I want to
and
see if all
they
y'all
can
can
hear
hear
it.
me.
Your mic is on. Okay, I'll just make sure you know that.
We were just reminiscing on the show, the front. And one thing about being a podcaster too is, Z, you're absolutely right. And I have not had water all day, so I'm looking forward to this. We're not journalists. We're not here to give the news. We're here to give thoughts and opinions and have engaging and fun conversation to bring the show to you guys. And without all of you that are currently listening and people that have subscribed, we wouldn't be here at all, which is fantastic. And we seriously appreciate all of you. But it is just such a. You good?
Kinetic has 100%
Professionalism.
fiber.
But it's a lot of fun, man, just being able to have those types of conversations without feeling the pressure of I've got to write this or post this. You're absolutely right. Like, we'll let the people decide. We'll let the market decide what they think of our questions and thoughts. And it's just a fun time to be together, man.
And there's downsides to that too, because you're not going to get inside information sometimes, because a lot of stuff they're saying is very like public and not going to be written and distributed. But I do think that's fun. It's a nice avenue for us to enjoy, and I've appreciated seeing it from this side. It's way different being here as a media member than it is as a fan and seeing some of the different
I'm
things
still
in the
a
game.
fan.
But I'm still a fan too, and so like being at the games, and I think I'm just so impressed by how much of an operation the games are. When you watch it on TV or you watch it from the stands, I mean, you see that a little bit, but it's just unbelievable how many people are moving and running around and doing different things during the game, and I'm just always so blown away by that. Mr. MacDaddy is paying for Broadway Shuffle sea salt and vinegar chip eating ASMR. So Conrad, that's going to be on you.
Do you want me to get a drone to deliver
Let's
it?
stay quiet.
Yeah,
real quick
Conrad.
and get yourself a good ASMR crunch there.
I don't even know what that
You've never
means.
listened to like ASMR like
No,
coffee
I have
house
not.
videos or anything?
Open your mouth.
You gotta
I'm
get
not
it.
opening
You
my
gotta
mouth.
get
It's
it.
ASMR.
$10 is not enough.
Hey, see you fellas. Y'all have a good
See you
one.
guys.
That was Dion and
Okay. How bad do we want Joey McGuire to join the show? Because I just got an update, and I can tell you right now, it's not 5 o'clock.
I think they're slow playing us until
I
we leave.
think they're seeing how desperate
I don't want to do that to Joey and the guys. If they're trying to get back home, they've got games to win.
Joey. He just texted me. He said, "We love you. We love the Broadway Shuffle."
I'm sure that's exactly what it said.
No, it's not. Okay. I'm gonna say we will hang on as long as it takes. I'm gonna say we'll hold the line.
Don't say that.
Say spot the ball.
Spot the ball. I'm gonna say spot. No worries, man. We're sorry.
Is this gonna piss Joey off that he has to come back down here?
To talk to us.
I'm
Hey,
asking.
Conrad, you have
I'm
to crunch.
asking.
You have to crunch a chip in the mic. He
Yeah,
paid
crunch a
$10.
chip in the mic. $10 to crunch a chip in the mic with the helmet on. Let's get weird here, man.
$500, and I
Oh
will.
my gosh, dude! It's a chip crunch.
$500. Corey, are you staying the night tonight, or are you driving back to Lubbock? Okay. I think we all think it's a good idea if we come back for round 2 tomorrow.
I'm not.
Everyone here except me and Corey you have a 3-hour drive.
2 hour and 40.
You've got a 5-hour drive back to Lubbock.
5 hour plus.
There's no traffic
All right,
out
let
there.
me-
There is in Frisco.
Yeah, but the later we stay, the less traffic there is.
It's 4:20.
I know. I checked my drive just as I was walking around. It was 3 hours and 40 minutes.
I'll just say this. I don't think you leave early just out of tiredness. I think if Joey McGuire is going to come
I
sit
think
in
we
this
would
chair,
regret it
I
if we
think we'll
didn't
regret it if
stay.
we didn't stay. We'll stay live all night. Z, if you got to dip, you got to dip, man. But we'll probably be out here drawing up plays with Joey at 9 o'clock at night.
Joey is going to kill you.
We'll see.
You should ask and say, how much will it take to get him down here now?
Just ask Matt. I'll text you. What he said. I don't need to put this up in public.
Yeah. They're probably watching
Look,
us
I
right
think
now.
5 o'clock primetime window. I think we're gonna double our views. Could we get? Where'd Dave's shiny head go? There he is. It's easy to spot. What about Lewis? What about Lewis Riddick over there? Any of the ESPN guys? Pete Thamel's on air talking to Bear Bachmeyer. Z.
Yeah, I'm sure he would flee if he saw me coming. He's probably actively unfollowing as we speak.
We'll wait for the response. I think we obviously stay on if Joey's more than happy to join us to talk. Of course.
Let us know in the comments. Do we stay on? Let us
Corey,
know.
if you
Do
wanna
we stay
take a
on?
break, man. By the way, shout out to Corey Velasquez. If you don't know who this guy is, he's our social media
Come in front of the camera.
I don't know. Corey.
You good?
He's good. He's
Corey
behind the
is a real
scenes.
person, I promise.
Real person. He's done great work on social media, posting for us, editing reels, edits our videos. He has been a game changer for us. So, Corey, everyone say thank you to Corey in the comments.
Yeah, bravo.
Corey's helping us grow
should we
like
get
crazy.
Sydney on? Sydney on, West Virginia.
Who?
I thought her name was Sydney.
Yeah, we want to have Sid on.
We should talk about West Virginia.
West Virginia reporter. She's carrying a big camera. Her wedding, by the way, is in 3 weeks. Marrying a good friend of mine at a WVU.
I'm sure our audience wants to know that.
Yeah, just
They pay $10 for you to crunch a chip. I think they'll listen to
I
anything.
think our audience.
They're refined and
Guys, I
sophisticated.
will say we don't get to be in person very often. This is a lot of fun.
This is fun. Yeah. This is
We
fun.
could announce some exciting partnership news and some things we're working on this fall.
No, I think we should.
You wanna wait?
Hold off. I want to hold off.
I think
wanna
every
hold off
time
on
we
that?
try to do
Wanna
public
hold off.
announcements, we have technical difficulties, so I don't want to jinx it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
I
hold
don't.
off and wait.
I will say, guys, I've been in the middle of the field. This whole day has been something that I have just been. My eyes have been locked on. It's a shiny toy that Texas Tech will be holding up on July 25th, 2027. It's the national championship trophy. It is something beautiful. It says "not a replica. Please do not touch." I did not touch it, but I really wanted to. There'll be some content coming out with that trophy. And so just wanted to let everybody know what's in the middle of the field here at the Ford Center at the Star.
Yeah, it's going to be ours in a year, a little over 9 months. Julian Lewis, by the way, Colorado's quarterback, sitting here, Z, was tiny,
He's not very big.
really small.
But
How's it going, man? Good. Who's that? Do we know?
couldn't tell you.
Colorado player. I wish they still had on all their pads. And Drew Messmaker. Should we get Drew Messmaker on the show?
Go get it.
You said, and I quote, he's a horrible interview.
I interviewed him on a sports radio show in Dallas, and really
Maybe I
nice,
shouldn't say that publicly.
really nice kid.
Sure.
Great kid. He's quiet. I mean, but look at him. He just looks like a good old boy. You know, he's got his.
He does.
He doesn't have a fancy new hairdo. He's just. Got
I don't
his
think he
hair
did
in
his
front of
hair.
his forehead. I don't think he did his hair. Could we get Drew Messmaker some hair gel?
I've got plenty.
Yeah. he's sitting down.
I don't know where Huff is.
I saw him.
Who else is walking around that we could say hi to here? Let's see.
Brennan can do some scouting, or I can go walk. I can go walk it.
Should we
Go
have
get-
Conrad
go get
sit
Huff.
here alone?
We have Psalm 1.
I can do it right now.
I need to
can
speak
do it
to
right
him.
now.
Should we have Conrad give us best Colin Coward impression? You have to do a 10-minute bit.
I can do it.
What do we think about USA Soccer last night?
Oh, my
let's
gosh.
go. Okay, all right. We can wait for Joey. We can talk about that. I'm very disappointed, guys.
Yeah.
Very disappointed. I don't understand how you come out looking like just weren't ready. Like I feel like they weren't ready for the moment.
The
I don't know what
lights
it
were a
was.
little too
The
bright.
lights were too bright. Belgium is a great team. All credit to Belgium. I mean, 4-1 though. Is the discrepancy really that big?
The goalkeeping was atrocious. Matt Freese did not cover himself in glory.
Where
No, he did not. No, he did not.
That was the toughest thing to watch.
we could have him on.
We've had I don't
We've
want to
had Shahan.
I don't want to
on a
burden
lot.
Shahan with the Broadway Shuffle.
Burton Sean. Yeah, so USA Soccer, Broadway Shuffle will be taking over that program and will be resurrected.
I was kind of watching the game going like, are we really surprised? I think we bought into the hype of this team's different
Yeah.
just because it was in America and it felt
And
like
they
the
were good.
country's
It wasn't
pride.
like they were
No,
bad.
they were good, but
they were
like,
better than
weren't-
they've been in the
But
past.
watching them against Belgium, it legitimately looked like a JV team against a varsity team. Like
Yeah.
they looked outmatched. Even the touches that they had,
Yeah.
some of it just felt off. And I mean, regardless of what the goalkeeping was like inside the box. One of the worst goals I've ever seen given up in a professional soccer
Totally
game
Bush League.
ever.
Totally Bush League.
And you can't have that, man. And I brought up this argument. Who are you guys looking at?
Don't worry about it. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. I brought up this argument yesterday, but it's hard when you know no one's listening to. I guess the audience.
I'm
is
listening. I'm
No,
listening
guys
to
do
you. I'm
nothing.
listening.
I'll speak
Yes,
to
it
the
is.
camera.
In the
It would be like
What?
talking.
No,
It'd be
behind
like watching
Oh,
Alabama
yeah.
versus Baylor. And like that's how it would feel. Like I would rather turn on England Mexico, or I'd
Oh,
that
rather,
was a
or
great
I'd
game.
rather
Yeah, it was
turn
awesome.
on like the top France Argentina than watch USA Soccer. Why? Because I want to watch the premier talent. It'd be like NFL 305 Sunday, and you're watching Raiders Titans, or are you going to turn on Bills Chiefs?
Yeah, totally.
Like, and that's how it felt. And not to disrespect the guys
Just
as
taking pot shots.
not to disrespect the guys as like athletes, but the fact is like they aren't on the same level yet
Yep.
as those premier countries. And you saw that last night, and I was like, should we have been shocked by this? Is all. I'm
No, I don't think we should have been shocked. I do think if we want to pivot to other non-related football sports, Conrad, can you tell us who's winning the Open next week?
Yeah, this is a great conversation. This is a great test case for our golf podcast launching later this summer into next year for Mad Media, our company. I think it's going to be Scotty. I just think Scotty has come up short. I think he's a little upset about coming up short, and I think he's ready to repeat as an Open champion. And so I think it'll be Scotty. Brennan, are you going Scotty, or do you think that maybe Rory will get it done?
I think it's gonna be Tommy Fleetwood's year
No, it's not.
at Birkdale. He's from
No, it's not.
Southport. It's close by.
Dude, it's
You know
going to
who
be
won last time it
Robert
was at Birkdale?
McIntyre.
Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, 2017.
9 years ago, the last time Jordan Spieth was a good golfer.
Yeah, I know.
9 years. It's been 9 years.
ago. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
What do you
Everyone doing good. We need any. Should we DoorDash some food? Do we want dinner? Kim, by the way,
What
Kim
if-
Coulter, friend of the show. Shout out to Kim Coulter. He's here. He's with his buddies, David Smoke at 365. Did I tell you this, Zyler, that he gave us a gift card, a Visa gift card for dinner tonight on him as a thank you for the show?
Kim?
Kim.
What a guy.
What a guy.
And I
And that-
hope I didn't lose it.
I'll be really mad at you.
You better
that
not have
didn't.
lost it.
And
I'm
I'll
getting-
say this. It is enough. It is a sizable enough
Are
we getting a
$300 pour
where
of
we could
bourbon?
get a $170 glass of bourbon and still get food.
Okay, wow.
I missed this.
Well, maybe
Sorry,
not.
it was
We'd have to
Broadway
get
Shuffle after
appetizers,
dark.
but it's enough. It's enough to enjoy.
Okay.
And
I
if you guys are driving and leaving, I guess me and Corey are gonna have a really nice date tonight.
Cole on the show. I will get to my Twitter DMs in a little bit. I'll get you in the Discord. Don't worry. I'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we got phone chargers or anything here? I'm
No,
Mine's almost about. Mine's gonna die.
I had a shuffler try to call me. Can't answer right
I
now.
had a shuffler try and call me too.
I also
busy.
had a shuffler try to call me.
Yeah.
Should we take calls?
Should we take call in?
Could we? Take,
Oh my goodness! What if we did a little Discord live chat?
Okay, so we can't. Oh, let's go. It's an old one too. That is clutch for Corey because I saw like an iPhone 11.
It's mine.
Is this yours?
Yeah, but mine plugs into a different charger that charges
okay.
my newer phone.
Thank you. Corey's crawling on all fours
Yeah,
down here. under
Corey
the
is the
table to
man.
Give me a charger.
And we were giving Corey grief when we couldn't get
We were
uploaded live.
We
Corey,
weren't giving him great. We were just upset at
what's going on, Corey?
But
Oh,
he got it
man.
sorted, man. The hero of the hour.
Hero of the hour. What if we took phone calls? I'll open up my cell phone number and I'll listen to it, and they can ask a question. And
I
we
actually
can
like that idea.
call-ins.
I like that idea.
Okay.
I'm fine putting my cell, I guess, on
On the internet.
the internet.
My goodness.
Okay.
Is
That's
that,
You should- hey,
dangerous.
is that too risky?
You could do a Discord call.
You can do a Discord call, but wouldn't they have to download Discord?
Yeah, so it would be only for people that are in the Discord. We could see.
Google call?
The phone number in public is crazy.
I would not do
The
that.
phone number, Jet Buchanan's calling. If you got my phone number, you can listen. We'll take our first call.
Yeah, we'll take our first call.
All right. Jet Buchanan. And he hung up on me. Was that a joke?
Call him back.
I have
Call
no
him
idea.
back.
We'll call him back. That's actually, you know what?
If you have our numbers,
If
can
you have
call
our
us.
numbers, you can call. And if you don't, we'll DM it to you.
Maybe.
This is getting weirder by the minutes, but we're here.
If you
Jet Buchanan, you're live on the Broadway Shuffle on YouTube.
But nobody can hear him.
No one can hear you. Can Conrad crunch a chip into a better mic? That answer is yes. Let me move out of the way.
I cannot
these are
believe
the
there
things
is
that
not
Pete Thamel
better
would never
things to
do.
do at 4:28 on a Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, there's Eric Morris. I'm surprised there's not a bigger Oklahoma State contingent.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you for your question. Jet Buchanan, Zyler's little brother. Thank you, Jet. We appreciate you. Shot 84 at Pebble Beach 2 days ago, by the way. Airways of Fairways. Okay, question, Conrad. You crunched a chip. Second question from Eric Morris just waved at me. From Jet Buchanan was if we can ask Joey an uncensored question. If we could ask Joey an uncensored question about what team that he would crap on the most in the Big 12.
Oh, I have a great
Who do we
answer
think
for this.
it would be?
Oh, it's definitely Kansas.
Kansas?
Yeah.
I think TCU is up there.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually another good one. I'm going to go talk to Oklahoma State's SID.
I
I'll be
think
right
you
back.
should. Tell them that we're a Texas Tech sports podcast
We love to talk to
affiliated
email.
with Texas Tech and that his brother Aaron Morris and myself are friends on Facebook. And I can prove it. In fact, I'll DM Aaron right now to text Aaron
My
to
gosh.
come on the show.
I'll just go. I'm just going to go
I'm
ask
going to
him.
do that right
I'm just
now.
going to go ask him.
I'm going to...
There's some action happening right now on Radio Row at the Big 12 media.
It is
Days. I don't know
getting
what happened.
weird late hours here at Radio Row.
Yeah.
I'm texting Eric Morris's brother right now. We could have him on in a little bit. Let's see if Zyler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
we're live. I'm gonna say we're live on YouTube, and Eric is right in front of us. Think
Yeah, so
you
we
could
are here
text him.
live. We're live on YouTube. If you stuck with us this long,
Did we get
Yes.
turned down?
No, I didn't get turned down.
is he coming?
He said if the schedule allows, he'll come. He said if only he knew if his brother was friends with any of us on
So
Facebook.
I just texted Aaron Morris, great guy. We're live on YouTube, and Eric is right in front of us. Think you could text him to hop on for 2 minutes?
That's so funny. How do you know Aaron?
Aaron lives in Lubbock.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna
He
send him a
does look
picture.
sharp. I like his suit. I appreciate the guys that wear suits without sneakers. I am very big proponent against suits with sneakers.
Why are you against sneakers?
I think it's
I am
it's kind of like
Are you not up with the times in terms of men's fashion?
no. I don't think that that aligns with men's fashion choices at all. I think it's actually disrespectful to men's fashion. It's like dressing up. And
totally
then just
agree.
not completing the outfit. It'd be like if I wore a tuxedo and then wore a ball cap. It's like, what was the point of putting on the tuxedo?
Z, I totally agree with you because now you look around and everybody's got on Jordans or Nikes with like their full-on suit, and it just looks stupid.
I
Have some
really
class. Wear some
have a
dress
little
shoes.
bit of
Wow,
have
that
a
is
little-
a take.
It's a fact.
That's a take.
It's a bad. I think we will look back 15 years from now and be like, what in the world were we doing wearing Adidas shoes with our suits?
Are you gonna really speak that poorly of Texas Tech's apparel sponsor, Adidas?
No, I'm just saying non-dress shoes.
Okay.
I love
Can the
Adidas
dress shoes have like? Can they have white bottoms on, white soles on them to be more comfortable, or no? Are you anti those two? Because
No, those are fine, but I
okay,
want-
Okay, good.
They should not be sneakers. They should not be, shoes that you would wear with shorts. If you could wear them with shorts, they should not be worn with your suit.
Okay.
I'm like I'm very firm in that stance. But I'm not sure if I'm alone in that.
Would you tell us if you what you think about this? Would you agree with Zyler's take, or would you be opposed to it? Are you pro men making their dress apparel more modern, or do you like the classic?
I don't even think it's modern. I think it's a reductionist. It's taking us backwards. That's my take.
So society's going back.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Mac Daddy agrees with me,
Okay,
and I know I'm not alone in this.
you're not alone. Okay.
No.
Let me ask you this, Zyler. Let's go back to the Big 12. I want to go back to the Big 12 conversation. What is the take that's reasonable that would shock you the most if it actually happened?
So the most shocking, realistic outcome.
Realistic take. Like, I'm not talking about Baylor winning the conference. Like nothing crazy like that. Like, that's
TCU
something
and
like-
Arizona State being in the conference title game. I think that's realistic, and that would shock me.
Okay, what is the second take in that vein that you would that would be realistic, but it wouldn't shock you?
Scott Satterfield is the coach next year for Cincinnati.
What do you think happens at Cincinnati? Obviously, we've talked ad nauseum about, their former quarterback who came to Texas Tech, now training for the NFL draft. What do you think happens with Cincinnati's program going forward?
Yeah, I think, Cincinnati is one of, I think, 3 schools in the Big 12 that probably cares more about basketball than football. I think, Kansas and Arizona certainly do. I think Cincinnati is probably the closest to being a basketball school outside of those two. And so I think they're really invested in Calhoun this year, and I think that could buy their athletic director some time. But I think the Satterfield there, just the way he entered, it was like, dude, Louisville didn't really want him. Like, I feel like they want a fresh start, and I would be totally down with that. I just don't know that they're resourced at the level to compete at a high level. And I think a coach like Satterfield that did well at Appalachian State makes a lot of sense in a vacuum. And so the question that I always have with coaching changes and offensive coordinator changes and everything, it's always compared to who. Like, you may not like a guy, but it needs to be compared to who. Like, if you go from Zach Kitley to David Yost, I like Zach Kitley a lot more than I like David Yost. And so that's always the question that you got to have. If you fire Satterfield and you're Cincinnati, you better be sure to have a very surefire upgrade in the wings, or otherwise you're just wasting money that you could be spending on the roster. So I'll understand if he comes back, if they have a good enough season, and they improved last year. So that's kind of where I am on that.
In the NIL era, is money better spent on coaching or players? Like, if you could have a $8 million coach, or you can have a $6 million or $5 million upgrade to your roster investment, which one would you pick if you were an AD or someone who was?
I think if you're talking about the marginal value of each additional dollar spent on coaching staff versus player, I think it'll depend on what kind of level that you're at. Like, I think if you're LSU, the marginal dollars that you need to spend need to be on the roster versus coaching because of where you are. Like, I think incremental dollars for the staff at UCF might make more sense than incremental dollars on the staff at Texas Tech per se. So I think it depends on the school. But I think generally speaking, spending more on the staff, I think makes more sense because those are going to be durable in the sense of college athletics, durable assets in that sense is that they're not always going to be flight risks. Now they can be, but you're much more likely and you have much more legal right to retain those individuals than you can with players, for example. They can leave it really anytime and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. We'll see what happens there. I just think it's an interesting conversation to have because a lot of schools are facing that. A lot of schools are facing, do you pay a coach? Do you go get a high-level coach? But then at the same time, what high-level coach wants to come to a place where now you ask about what's the investment dollars and what's that going to look like on a roster?
Totally.
That really sounded like a very good conversation you guys were having.
Yeah. Did you get a response from Aaron Morris?
I did. Aaron said just to yell at him and say that you know the better brother. Just tell him you know the cooler brother. That'll get his attention. So the moment Eric hops off that radio show, I'm going to yell, Aaron Morris is cooler.
I want to ask him about.
I have a lot of questions on that.
Not only his time as a player, but also as a coach, also as a what his relationship was like, during the Kingsbury, because he was here with Pat.
He worked with Mac Leftwich, right? Yeah.
He's got a lot of great
at Incarnate Ward.
Texas Tech stories to be fun.
Dude, we could talk to Eric Morris until we get Joey on.
He did. I can confirm that Aaron, shout out to Aaron, did text Eric and asked on our behalf. So we'll have to see.
Hilarious.
We'll yell at him to check his phone.
He's wearing a very nice watch.
We'll ask him to check his phone.
I will say, now, let's talk about Oklahoma State before he comes on the show. I remember I've been to Stillwater once. A family member of mine was running in a cross-country meet, I believe, in Stillwater. And I was honestly, I had no clue what to expect. Like, no idea. And I really liked it. Like, I
Fun time?
Really?
I thought it was good. It reminded me of Lubbock with trees.
Really, trees in Stillwater?
Yeah, there were trees.
Okay.
There are no trees in Lubbock. That's a fact, right? I know you live there, but no
There's trees there.
No, I know. I'm being facetious.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm probably too
trees.
tired to come up. But no, I like Stillwater, and I think I do think that what Coach Morris did, bringing in all those players from North Texas, and that receiver they have, what's his name?
Wyatt Young.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's your favorite receiver in the Big 12, isn't he?
No.
Okay, well.
I think he's overrated.
You think he's overrated?
But I think
Well,
your
don't
running
say
back's
that.
really good.
Don't say that before we get Eric. Wait till Eric comes on the show.
No, but I do think their running back, Caleb Hawkins, is legit.
Yes.
I do think that is a legit ball player.
Do you think Drew Messermaker will be a first-round NFL draft pick? Second round?
Yes.
Second round, maybe.
Yes, I do. I believe in Messmaker a lot.
Where would you this is
Number
totally
one.
hypothetical. Totally hypothetical. If he was the quarterback for Texas Tech this year, where do you think the preseason ranking would be for Texas Tech?
5. Higher than it would be with Sorsby. I like Mestamaker more than I like Sorsby.
Wow.
Really?
I think Mestamaker's a better decision maker. You know, Sorsby, for all of his highlights, like he had some serious flaws in his game.
I don't disagree with you, but
I would take the
going into the
Mestamaker.
year, you would Sorsby. Nothing ever happened negative with Sorsby. You'd be saying that today.
I would want
honest
Mestamaker
take?
over Sorsby. Yeah,
Wow.
that's how I have him graded out personally. I could be wrong. I think, and I think for the reason where Tech wants to go, I think Mestamaker's ceiling is clearly higher. Sorsby has a higher floor.
Wow.
But I want the upside. I'll bet on the upside.
Interesting. And Drew
Wow.
did look like a pro-type quarterback last year. It's just hard to judge. It's always the competition conversation, who you play.
And he looked so bad in his last game against Tulane.
He
That's
did.
the other thing that's like so hard. But, you know,
but
quarterbacks have bad
obviously,
games.
Eric didn't have to bring him over, or
Yeah.
Coach Morris didn't have to bring him over.
We like to call coaches by their first
Yeah.
names here on the Broadway
Yeah.
Shuffle.
He didn't have to bring him over if he didn't want to. Like, he could have gone to Oklahoma State and got a fresh start
Totally.
and got out and got a guy. He wanted to bring Drew with him. I do think that says a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, how many 6'6" guys do you get that can throw the ball like Drew?
Yeah.
Totally.
You know.
So
And I
where do
think
you rate Drew Mestamaker then? Big
Best.
12
I think he's
quarterback?
best quarterback in the Big 12.
Wow.
Who would you have over it? Fafita?
My friend, let me introduce
Fafita.
you to a man named Will Hammond.
Well, okay, so on paper right now, like the production, the talent, the upside, like I love Will. I really don't think I would trade Will for almost anything, but like if you pulled it, like that's who I think would be the first pick if everybody got to pick a quarterback. I think it'd be Mestamaker.
Okay.
I was not expecting that.
In the Big 12.
In the Big 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let
let's
us
see
know
if-
what you think in
let's
the
see
comments.
if Eric's going to check his phone.
Should tell him
Very,
to check
very,
his phone.
very sharply dressed.
He looks really good. I'm going to get up and just
Yeah, you go do it, Brennan.
go
do it.
mingle.
I love that everybody gets to see how the cake is baked here on the Broadway
And
Shuffle,
I'll-
and
I'll,
it's ad hoc.
Hey, being live for this
Let's see.
many
It does
hours
look like
is
he's
pretty
moving
crazy.
to a bigger one, but when he sits down, I'm going to go up to the SID once he sits down, and I'll show him the message.
Okay, you go ahead
Okay.
and do it. Zyler, I want to go back to this. Mestamaker at number 1 in the Big 12. Like, you think, if you think,
But
every school
compared to
would
who?
take him.
Compared to who? Like who else would you take? Like Avery Johnson, Connor Wiegman, Noah Fafita?
I mean, the talent for Wegman.
I thought Mestamaker was better.
Yeah, I mean, you could make it's not a crazy argument. I just think you can make argument. Like, I would not.
Like I'm
a
not
big
taking
Fifita guy.
I'm not taking the Cincinnati kid. I'm not taking the Iowa State kid, the Kansas kid, Kansas State. I'm not taking Lagway. I'm not taking Wiegman. I'm not taking Fafita. I'm not taking Cutter Boley. I'm not taking Julian Lewis. I'm definitely not taking Devin
wouldn't-
Dampier.
The potential of Julian Lewis though,
Oh, I would way
Being a
rather have
five-star?
I would way rather have Mestamaker.
because you've seen him do it at least.
Yeah, you've seen him do it at like a crazy high level and make crazy good throws. Not just like a stupid air raid off where it's like this guy didn't really have arm talent and he's not really mobile. Like I've
Yeah,
seen him.
yeah,
I've
that's
seen
fair.
him make the
Okay.
off-platform throws. He's made all the throws, and I've seen him perform at a really high level in this game. Like I just think that he'll be the most prolific quarterback in the conference.
I think what's so interesting about Mestamaker and looking at that is what you mentioned with the scheme. Obviously, Coach Morris knows how to coach offense, but what I will say is I do think even the competition jump from the conference he was in to the conference he's in now will be he'll maybe be able to jump over that a little bit because
Yeah.
he knows the scheme.
Yeah.
Like he knows the scheme so well.
This is a good comment from J25 Texas Tech. Now, this is the thing about Mestamaker that will give you pause. He had 3 interceptions versus USF and 3 interceptions versus Tulane. The two really good teams they played on
But
their
he
schedule.
was a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, certainly you're allowed to have bad games, but against the best teams, and then I think they played a bowl game against San Diego State, and I don't think he did anything spectacular. That's the one thing. Like if Mestamaker does fold, it'll be dude, it was kind of just balling out against teams that were not at the North Texas talent level. That's the thing that maybe comes back and haunts that take a little bit, but I think he'll be able to elevate his game.
Are you concerned about Texas Tech going into Stillwater? I forget which week
Totally.
it is. With
It's like
a
week 9.
rejuvenated fan base at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I mean, I think what does the season end up looking like? Does their defense fall apart? Do they have offensive line issues? What ends up happening? Yes, but on paper though, I think they're a very really high variable team, and I like the upside of Oklahoma State. So yeah, I'm worried about that game. Stillwater has not been a kind place to your football program for the last 25 years, And so
But that's where the legend of Baron Morton was born.
it was
twice.
in a game that we lost.
Yeah, and that was still the best half of football that Zyler, Brennan, or Clayton have ever seen.
So yeah, the Stillwater game will always worry me, just until I see us get out of there with a win. We played an awful Oklahoma State team there 2 years ago, and you barely got out of there with a win. It was Jacob Rodriguez recovery, like a fumble touchdown.
Yeah,
that got that win for you. So to me, I'll be worried about that game until the final whistle blows and we've won. But that's just me.
you like to worry about games.
Well, and I also think if you're playing with a high upside quarterback and a high powered offense, like there's a world where you stutter on offense and all of a sudden you're in a hole. Like
That's hard to come out
that's the
of.
difference between playing like a West Virginia where I'm like, I'm not worried about them scoring 40 points. Like I could see Oklahoma State scoring like 25 plus on us, and now it's like our offense needs to perform. I think you could get away beating a lot of your teams on your schedule with 24 points. Oklahoma State's a team that I'm like, I don't know that you'll be able to do that. And can your offense deliver? And it's a funny game, man. Like ball bounce is weird. Balls get it's an interesting game. So we'll see.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in that game, but I do think, obviously, and it's fun to talk about other teams because I think we document Texas Tech really well here on the Broadway Shuffle. But I think it's fun looking at these other games and doing those previews because you do see what else is happening out there in the conference. Because sometimes you get so siloed in a Texas Tech fandom that you sometimes miss those things.
Yeah.
You sometimes realize, hey, Oklahoma State has a really big reason to be positive about the future of their football program because they do have a really good coach. Now, what does that investment look like? That's something we're not as dialed into.
Yeah.
And they're also not as loud about their investment necessarily as Texas Tech is. And so I think you're going to see a program, though, that does make strides, but will it be enough to compete with Texas Tech and BYU and Utah? In Houston, we will see.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It'll be interesting. I don't think their high school recruiting class is bearing out any sort of like, oh wow, the money here at Oklahoma State's crazy. But maybe they're going to do that in the portal. Maybe that's what you're looking at here. So, you just don't necessarily know how they're choosing to invest, and there's a lot of different ways to funnel money. It's because if you looked at our 2025 recruiting class, you would have thought, not really a great class, and then all of a sudden we spent all this money on the portal. So stuff like that can happen.
I just wonder what I think you're going to see with the portal heavy approach that some teams are taking, and obviously we know that Texas Tech has done that and done that very well. I wonder what you're going to see in terms of schools like Oklahoma State or like Kansas State or like these other schools that do not have the type of resources that you do.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they will say, well, we can spend X on a guy out of high school that's a maybe, or we can spend X on a guy in the portal that's like almost a sure thing.
Yeah.
I just wonder how you're going to see those things. play
Yeah,
out.
and I do think that is an interesting question. Like paying for proven production feels like a better way to spend money. It's just maybe not as high of an upside where it's like you pay for a 4-star kid out of high school. That could be anything. The proven production this is what it is. So higher floor, lower ceiling. High school kids are obviously going to be the lower floor, but higher ceiling. And so ideally the great programs do both. It's just really expensive to operate that way. And how do you balance that mix of development versus bringing in and fixing immediate problems? And I think Tech is doing a lot in the portal side. They're going to have to figure out how to do a little bit more on the development side. Even if there is a good development program, it's not fully a developmental program right now. Even if that's where they want to be.
And let me ask you a hypothetical. Obviously, Texas Tech has invested at the highest level. That's part of the reason why we see the success at this level that we've seen. Obviously, we know it's been 1 year, but Texas Tech has done it very, very well.
Yep.
What would your train of thought be if Texas Tech was not investing at this level? Maybe was investing at a good level, maybe like let's say
a Kansas State level, yeah,
a
TCU,
Baylor, TCU, I don't know, we don't know, we have no clue what they're investing, but you don't have bad players, but you just don't have
elite
have
players,
top end talent that can take you into the playoff.
Totally.
What would your train of thought be? What would your line of thinking be if as a Texas Tech fan, Texas Tech podcaster, we were in that same vein?
See, but I think for much of your history, you hadn't even been recruiting at that level. Like you hadn't been recruiting at TCU's level or even like Baylor's level for a lot of the 2010s. So I think I'd be happy with that. Like if we were signing classes in the top 35, top 30, I think I'd be pretty happy with that, pre-2025. Flirt with the top 25 class, snag a few 4-stars, develop your kids, like kind of what TCU is doing right now where they don't really take a ton of portal kids. That's what I thought Joey's team was going to be like. And then we don't do that. I think I would have been satisfied with that. And that's what I think Tech fans had always been asking for. It's just sign top 30-ish classes, develop them, and let's be competitive. And that's something that you just really weren't for, 2011, some spurts in 12 and 13, but really from then on, you just weren't competitive in a lot of your big games where TCU was and Baylor was and different things like that. So.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting, and it's I don't know. I wonder. I'm just happy we're not in that position.
Certainly.
Like we're just not in that position, which is really fun.
Certainly.
It's part of the reason why we're here today. I mean, I think this show would be a lot harder for us to do if we weren't.
But here's the thing. I think Brennan and I talked about this last night. There are going to be seasons that aren't great for Tech. Like it's not. You even the best programs. Texas has had bad seasons. Alabama has had bad seasons. Like, do you think we're immune from that? Like we certainly aren't. We are not. We don't have the floor of a Georgia or a Michigan or an
Not
Ohio
yet.
State. You're trying to build to that, but like that takes decades. And so you are going to deal with that adversity. And what does that look like with the fan base? What does it look like with the booster class, with the administrative class? I think that will be interesting for us to monitor. And it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. You're not going to go 13-1 every year. Or what do we go? 12-1 every year.
Well, and honestly, when you zoom out, and look at the Big 12. There is a world in which if you could maybe have other teams that would come up to Texas Tech level in investment, that'd be a good thing for you.
Yeah.
That'd be a good thing overall. If you keep investing, you keep playing.
I think BYU's there. I mean, they're close.
Oh, yeah. BYU.
Like their roster's expensive. Those are great players on that roster.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, spoke to Oklahoma State's SID.
What
and
does SID stand for?
Sports Information Director.
It sounds like a fun job.
It's not. I don't think it's a lot of just moving around. I think it's a tough job. They work hard, but he said they have to catch a 5:15 flight. He's got one more stop. He said I was welcome to walk over with him, but I said, hey, I'm on the show. I gotta get back on YouTube. But if he could stop by as you're walking out, that would be huge. I showed him the Facebook message from Aaron. Shout out Aaron Morris. And we'll see what happens. It was not a no. And they were awesome dudes, by the way. They said, when you're in Stillwater, let us know. Come out to the game. I let them know we got full field access to Tech games. So we'll see.
Wow.
We'll see
Are
what
we making
happens.
a trip to Stillwater?
We might be making a road trip to Stillwater.
what-
Corey, pack your bags.
What date is that game?
What date is that game?
I think that's like an early November game. Or late October.
Let me look and see.
But it wasn't a no. He's on David Smoke's show with 365 Sports right now, and they're trying to wrap him because they are hopping on a flight.
It's 11/14, the day before my birthday. My 30th birthday is November 15th.
Well, there's your birthday party right there. 30th
In
birthday in
Stillwater?
Stillwater.
In Stillwater?
Also
Let's try
talked
to
to
make it
Pete.
happen.
Also talked to Pete Thamel over there.
Zyler's new best friend on Twitter.
Yep.
He didn't seem nearly as inclined to join the show. So hashtag boycott Pete on Twitter, Tech fans. That would be great because Pete doesn't want anything to do
Just
with us.
tweet Pete Thamel and ask him to come on the Broadway Shuffle.
But we'll see, man.
Is that Kirby Hoka?
And the Joey train has not left the building yet, Z. I just got a text from Zyler. Is Joey already in Cabo?
I think Joey's in Cabo.
We don't need to tell everybody why he's going there.
But no, we're still here. We're going to hold the lines and spot the ball until we get told, hey, guys, sorry, it didn't work.
Are we sure we want to put ourselves through that humiliation if he does say no? Do we want to humble ourselves in front of a live audience?
We'll have to humble ourselves. Look, we've had him on before. I think we've at least proven some sort of worth. We are one of the few podcasts still standing here on Radio Row.
No, there's a lot of, we're still 50% capacity.
Is 4:52 and Zyler has a 5-hour drive home?
What about
Correct.
Willie Fritz? Should we try to get Willie Fritz on the show? He's over here.
No. Because the only question I want to ask is, how's it going to feel to get beat by 30 again by Texas
My
Tech?
gosh, Conrad.
That's the only question I want to ask. I'm kidding. I'm
Guys, time's going fast. We're still we're hitting that 5 o'clock hour. Well, I will get another update in 8 minutes.
Are you sure about that?
And I've got a feeling that Pete Thamel is waiting because he's right near the Texas Tech players tent, that he's waiting on Joey McGuire.
Well,
y'all are going to have
we
to hold the line.
priority.
I'm going to have to use the restroom, so y'all hold the line for a moment.
All right.
I'll be back in a bit.
You hold the line.
Okay.
Do you need
we'll take care
anything
of
from up
these.
there?
If you got
dinner
if
would
there's
be good.
steak, yeah, there's a steak or
Yeah,
something.
anything you can bring would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So how's everyone doing tonight? Let us know in the YouTube comments. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't. If you're coming over from Spotify and Apple, typically listen there. We appreciate you joining on YouTube. It's been a great day, long day.
A very long day.
It's been a very long day.
But you only do this once a year. It's our first time.
Corey's falling asleep behind camera.
What we're going to do right now, and this is a brand new segment here on the Broadway Shuffle, It's going to be called "How Bad Would Texas Tech Beat Fill in the Blank?"
Okay.
We're very bullish on this Texas Tech team. We believe in AJ Holmes, Ben Roberts, Coy Aiken, Bryce Pollock, Sheridan Wilson, Will Hammond, Kirk Francis, Terrance Carter, Micah Hudson, Kenny Johnson. We believe in everybody. So we're going to go down the line. Brennan, I'm going to ask you the questions. How bad would Texas Tech beat Fill in the Blank?
I'm ready.
Number 1, Colorado Buffaloes.
On the road, October 3rd, I think Texas Tech will beat Colorado by 2 touchdowns.
14 points.
14 points.
14 points. Okay. It's a good answer. How bad will Texas Tech beat Cincinnati?
Another road game. No Brendan Sorsby in that game for either team. I'm going to say 21 points on the road, 3 touchdowns against Cincinnati.
I think we want it to be more, though.
Oh, you want to put them into the ground. You want to bury Cincinnati. I think if there's a road game circled on the calendar, I think it would be Cincinnati.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Oklahoma State would be
All right.
interesting, but I think it's Cincy.
21 points. Okay. The BYU Cougars.
That game would be a potential Big 12 championship matchup. I think BYU is going to be a lot better this year. They're returning.
But their receivers.
Their 2 best players. The receiving core has a ton of question marks. No Parker Kingston. I don't think it would be what it was in Lubbock or in the Big 12 championship game. I would say 10 points.
That's fair. I mean, you don't have Dave Bailey and Romello Height, but you do have Trey White and Adam Trick. And you don't have Lee Hunter.
Yeah, I think it's not Texas Tech's lack of talent.
It's BYU's
I think
getting
it's
better.
BYU getting better and putting together
Okay.
a roster that can compete with your talent.
Okay. How bad will Texas Tech beat Baylor?
In Waco, another road game. Lots of road games.
It's not a road game. That'll be a home game.
No, yeah, in
That'll be a
Waco,
home
but
game.
home game.
Yeah.
I think you demolish Baylor.
Like, are we talking 35 points?
I think 30 points. 30+ points.
And that will bring me so much joy.
That'll be tears
I will
of joy.
be crying
Yeah.
on the way
I
home.
don't think Baylor's on the same field as you. Oh, Pete Thamel was waiting for Eric Morris. Wow. Am I hurt right now?
Wow.
Watching Pete Thamel walk Eric Morris down the aisle when I just got told it could have been me.
Wow. That's really tough.
This is sad to watch.
This is heartbreaking.
Eric, I was just promised something by these guys, man. Pete Thamel at ESPN. Hashtag boycott Pete, man.
Boycott Pete.
Boycott Pete. This guy doesn't give us the time of day, and then he steals my time.
I just don't know.
What is this guy's deal? What is his vendetta against
I mean,
me?
do we want to talk about how bad our feelings are hurt right now? My feelings are hurt. I just want 3 minutes with Eric Morris to ask him.
I don't
about
even want 3
what-
minutes. I want his favorite memory as a Texas Tech Red Raider player.
One question.
And what he loves about Lubbock, and then what he's looking forward to at coaching Stillwater. Those are the 3 questions I would ask him.
Should I just go step in and say, "Hey, Pete, we have an appointment," or what? What do you think?
Yeah, let's just start ruining Pete Thamel's day.
No, okay.
Man, all right, give me a national contender team, not that Texas Tech would a playoff type opponent so I can give a score on that.
Are you telling me the Big 12 was boring to rank?
No, but
up?
I'd love to see where you think, like, if you put Tech and Notre Dame, like BYU plays Notre Dame this year. If you put Tech and Oregon in a playoff matchup again, like what that score would be.
Let's go Texas Tech and Georgia.
I think that you could beat Georgia on a neutral field. I'm going to go Tech by 3 against Georgia.
Are we doing hypothetical matchups? Is that where we are on the show?
Yeah. Texas Tech would beat X team by how many points? We've said a lot of the Big 12 teams. We're going national now.
Yeah, because the Big 12 the gap was just too
You feel like
big.
you're like a top 12 team in the power ratings, so you'd be favored against everybody but most of the big boys. So, whatever you think that is.
Okay.
Did you see anyone up there? Did you mingle?
I saw Debbie. She looks like she's ready to leave.
I'm
you-
ready to
did
leave,
you
but
talk
I'm waiting
to
for
her?
Joey.
No.
I just saw Terrance Carter walk back by. So it looks like we've got the players are still out here.
Do you want to go get him back on?
Yeah, I saw
Who wants
Ben
to come back
Roberts.
who wants to come back for
I
round 2?
think it's Pete Thamel that's talking to Terrance because
No,
Thamel's
Pete
talking to
Thamel's
Eric
talking
Morris.
Eric Morris.
But that's who I think Terrance is waiting on.
Yeah.
Like who?
Should we just people watch live here on the Broadway Shuffle?
That's what we have been doing,
Well,
I
that's
think,
what
for
we-
the last
Connor
hour and
Weigman
a
looks
Uh,
half.
nice.
Yeah, tan suit.
How long have
red
we been
tie,
live?
Since 2:30. 2.5 hours.
What's
This
the
is-
longest live show? We did live stream an entire softball game
This
that
is
went into
Pat-
what, like
this is-
10
that
innings?
That was
So-
short.
Yeah. Okay. Tech Georgia. I think Tech by 3. What about Tech Notre Dame?
I think
Notre Dame would be favored.
I think Texas Tech would beat Notre Dame by a touchdown.
Let us know in the comments. Would Texas Tech beat Notre Dame by a touchdown?
I think Tech would
I think
win.
Texas
I think
Tech-
Texas Tech would win by a touchdown.
I think Notre Dame would be favored by like 6.
Z, are
Just
you
because of the name.
Zyler? You're for sure driving to Lubbock tonight.
Yes.
Oh man, you too, Pat. This is make it or break it time for us.
I was thinking I want to hear what Matt says, but I've got to roll in like 10 minutes.
Zyler's like, I've got to get home.
I've got to drive back to the casa.
I do too. My drive is just not as far.
Everyone start. Maybe we start. I'm looking to see. But imagine the.
But I think we've had a really productive show.
We've had a
So
really
we're-
productive show. We've had a lot of fun. It feels like 10 hours ago we had on all the players.
Yeah.
Should we stay on for Joey McGuire? Let us know in the comments.
But here's the thing.
I don't know
That
that Joey's
shouldn't-
actually coming.
I don't know that. Let me get an. I haven't received an update since 4:18. Well, I'm staying. I've got to drive 15 minutes home, so I'm good. I'll sit here till 9 if it means we get the Sunday. What's the 60 minutes with Joey McGuire? What's it? It's like the one-on-one, the
Oh yeah, yeah.
clock ticking on CBS.
Yeah, 60 minutes.
I mean, it's not a question in our mind that we should stay if we end up getting him, but I understand that there's different priorities than the Broadway Shuffle. No, also knowing that he will be on in a month. To
Correct.
do,
Are we
He'll
going to
be-
break that news now?
He'll be back on.
he'll be back. I mean, he's coming back on.
We'll get him. We're hoping to get Leftwich and Wood.
Yeah, but don't forget, you get Zyler, Clayton, Conrad, and Brennan every Monday,
Every Monday and
wherever you
Thursday.
get your podcasts.
So
Actually,
is
not
that a threat or a promise?
no, I'm just making that known because I think the personalities really shine through on the Broadway Shuffle.
All right. Here we go. We're getting an update live.
Update live on the Broadway Shuffle. Should we just go get random people and just have them down, sit them down, tell their story?
Pete Thamel sitting down with somebody.
Yeah, it's been a fun time though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think next year I'll try to stay for 2 days.
I think I'm gonna. Okay, I just got a text. It's up to you, Z.
Don't say that.
What does it say?
It's up to you, man.
What does it say?
We are waiting.
Text me. Text me what it
Hashtag
says.
Joey Watch.
Hashtag
Joey
Joey Watch. Everyone start tweeting
Text-
hashtag Joey Watch on the Broadway Shuffle.
Text me what he said.
He's coming down. It just
No, he's not.
he is. I just got. I'm gonna say.
me see it.
I'm gonna say. Sounds good. We are staying on.
He's like, God, these freaking guys.
Dude, this is what does he talk about? Grit.
Yeah,
and
commitment to the bit.
commitment to the
What's
game.
next?
The
Spot
brand.
the ball.
The,
The
toughest,
brand.
hardest working, most
What's
competitive
next?
podcast in the country.
What do you
that
think
should be our
we're gonna
tagline.
do? Is just get
Just
out
quit?
of here because
Quit when we get tired?
we get sleepy
Maybe.
because we've been
Maybe.
sitting here all day and lights are in our face and Deion Sanders is dabbing me up and
Visually.
visually and Dave Aranda and Zyler
At a moment.
Zyler Buchanan at a moment live on air. What kind of weak host would we be if we just
Dude,
okay,
the
pulled out of
people,
this?
the people want
one thing
the
I
people want
wish
Joey.
would have happened today, I wish Kansas and Kansas State and Cincinnati would have gone today. I think that would have made things a lot spicier.
I think that's strategic.
I do think it's
I
strategic.
think that's strategic. I think
All right,
people
I'm
are very
getting
happy.
I'm getting tight. I'm getting 3 dots.
John Kurtz is still here. If he opens up,
He
can come on.
said he did say it's going to be a bit.
Right now?
And he said sorry.
So
Honestly, I don't even. Could we even go to break?
I think you can't stop because if you have to restart up,
We can't restart the live stream.
You could mute us all, right?
I don't want to risk.
That's not fun. The people. What do the people want?
What do the people want? Let us know. So Big
It'll be
Swift
the funniest-
2890 says at this point you shouldn't try and drive until at least 6:30. It will be a nightmare.
It honestly, what will be hilarious is when he does come on, and they know we've been sitting here for 3.5 hours. It's gonna be hilarious. It's like he's not gonna want to be here. We're gonna want to be here, but he's gonna sit down, and he's still gonna be an absolute trooper. And we're gonna be like, Coach, one question: how tired are you? Get out of here.
Is Mr. MacDaddy Andrew?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! I thought that was a. I didn't know that's who that was.
Oh my goodness. Let me see what you say.
Hold on. Shahan. We might as well get Shahan J. Raja on right after the show. He's sitting right here.
Yeah, we're waiting here.
I do think the national response to the Monster marketing brand, it's basically $1.25 million a school to be a presenting sponsor. That seems incredibly low. I feel like Monster got an incredibly good deal. I think you kind of got fleeced a little bit, and I'm okay admitting that as a Big 12 fan.
Are you a Big 12 fan or a Texas Tech fan?
Well, this is the conference. I'm a Texas Tech fan, but I don't think that was a maximum value deal for the Big 12 conference.
Well, it was in the eye of the beholder, so maybe there was no better deal.
Yeah, I know, but golly, like, what if it's a humbling deal? Like, now the bar has been set. Like, I don't know.
So if you're
Not my
watching on YouTube right now, could we do like a refer a friend program for Joey? I mean, we need to rally some troops for this because
What are they doing? What is Matt saying they're doing?
I don't know what they're doing.
Maybe he has his little like one-on-one. Sorry, I'm not on the mic. Maybe he has his little one-on-one media interviews.
I just think right now vibes for us, they're not low, but they're simmering.
Yeah, but the way you get better at this is you do it longer. So, hey, what if I go find him? Ask Matt if I find him.
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm gonna text and just in a group chat, Matt, Chris, Debbie.
Oh my gosh!
Would you guys want to play hide and go seek if we win? Joey gets to come on the show.
Conrad is going to try to find you. You better
come on the
hide.
show. If we win,
do we get Sydney on the show?
we could have Sydney. Sid, would you like to join the show? Come on.
We'll yap
football.
about West Virginia.
Come on.
We can
We'll
talk
about West Virginia.
Okay.
Oh God, pressure.
Sydney, introduce yourself.
Sydney, here's a mic.
No.
You can.
Oh, use that mic.
We'll see if this one works. No, it works
All right.
fine.
So introduce
we
yourself.
go live every Saturday, but I'm like so nervous.
It's all right. Trust me.
We've been
There's
doing this
only
for 3
10,000.
hours.
There's
We're
only
good.
hour 3. There's only 10,000 Red Raiders watching right now.
Yeah.
Hour 3, Broadway Shuffle, first time on the show. For a little backstory, her fiance and I hosted a radio show here in Dallas together. He's moving to West Virginia after their wedding because she just renewed a contract with WVU.
Because he loves country roads.
He
Oh,
loves
man.
country
That's-
roads. So
yep.
tell us about West Virginia football, Rich Rod, what you do and what we can expect. We do play West Virginia this year.
Yeah, again, it feels like Texas
feels
Tech
like we
and
always play
WVU are
Yeah.
always play. I know.
It's like,
it's
when do
always
we-
towards the end of the year.
It is.
It's
It's
always
always in
cold.
November.
It was always cold. Last
Yeah.
year it was freezing, and
Yeah.
it was 40-0 at halftime. No,
a tough
not
game.
yet. It was like 35.
It was
nothing.
close.
Yeah.
It was something.
close.
That's all right.
It was We got to see a look at the now quarterback
Yeah.
for Texas Tech though. The last
Yeah. Chubb Jones got to play.
Chubb might start week 1.
So,
we don't know.
Sydney, I'm gonna have some real ball questions here for you though.
Okay.
Who's going to be the quarterback? Is it going to be Scotty Fox or Michael Hawkins?
We don't know.
Okay.
No, I know. Well, you guys probably saw the list of players who are coming.
Yeah.
And it's not a quarterback.
Neither of them.
Rodriguez, yeah.
Yeah.
He does that every year. But yeah, we're not sure. Scotty Fox, so he started more games on the back half of the season and
Yeah.
actually played well.
I thought he was fine for
Yeah.
a true freshman,
For
right?
a true freshman, yeah, he
Yep.
started to like get a little swagger towards the end of the season, I think, and was starting to understand the system more. And Rich Rodriguez's offense moves so fast.
Sure.
And you have to, like, even when you saw in their spring game, or what do they call it, spring festival, you just saw how fast everything was moving. And I think early on that was tough for him. Like, The BYU game was a little tough for him. He got taken out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he bounced back in the back half of the season. You could see that it started to click more for him.
Sure.
But I think Rich Rodriguez is still looking for more of a dual threat quarterback, and Mike
Certainly.
Hawkins might be able to bring that this
Totally.
year. He's also reuniting with defensive coordinator Zach Alley. They both
Yeah.
spent time in Oklahoma together.
Great
so there's
coordinator.
some familiarity there.
So talk to me a little bit about where West Virginia fans are, mentally, maybe not mentally, on Rich Rod and the second era of Rich Rod. Are they, last season probably didn't go how everybody wanted it to go, but it's the
No.
first year, you're rebuilding.
Yeah.
Where are West Virginia fans with West Virginia expectations in Rich Rod for this season, and what are they kind of looking for?
For this, yeah, hopefully, definitely a step up. Obviously, last season wasn't great. I do think that there's a bit of optimism because towards the end of last season, it felt like they're making a turn in the right direction. The
Sure.
beginning,
Beat Houston at Houston.
yeah, beat Houston,
Yep.
at Houston, which was huge. Coach Willie Fritz just mentioned that in his
Yeah.
little scrum over there. It's kind of funny. But yeah, beat Houston at Houston. There's a lot of games, if you think about towards the end of the season, that were so close. Like at ASU, they only lose by
Certainly.
3.
Yep.
And you think about, they went for it on a couple of 4th and shorts, and maybe you just kick a field goal. And
Totally.
it's a different story.
Yeah.
Totally.
But there's things like that, and there are other close games too that WVU had it, but maybe just weren't as experienced enough or didn't
Sure. Couldn't
play
close
enough
it out.
together.
Yeah.
Couldn't close it out. It was a perfect way to say it. So I think that's one thing that WVU fans are looking for is to see how West Virginia can respond, especially in the second half. It would seem like they would do well in the first half and then somehow come out of the locker room flat,
Sure.
which is how does
Hard.
that
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've played them already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think they want to see the defense take a step too. There's so much talk with Zach Alley being this young, innovative
Certainly.
defensive coordinator, which he is.
Yeah.
Now let's just see it translate more on the field. But I don't know, they brought a lot of season tickets last year. So
So the energy around the program is
yeah,
rising.
yeah.
Like people are excited about Rich Rodriguez. They're excited to be going to football games again.
Yes, I think if this year doesn't go better than last year, then we could be talking.
What would
What's
be?
gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm always interested to hear like fan base expectations because there's always the fans that are like, we need to be in the title game this year, and there's some like so.
I think they want a winning season.
Okay, so if it's 7-5 at the end of the year, are West Virginia fans like, this is a great step in the right direction. I'm
Yeah.
happy about the direction. That would be a successful season.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
obviously
think-
hoping for more.
Yeah,
but
hoping for more, but let's just win more than 4 games.
sure.
Yeah, like get over 500.
Bowl eligibility possible or no?
Well, this year.
6 and 6.
I think so. I mean, they start off the season. Let's see,
No,
Coastal
no game
Carolina,
against Pitt, right? Pitt's
no
not on the
game
schedule.
against Pitt,
Really?
which is
So
a
no
bummer, which last
backyard
year was
brawl.
electric.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was great.
Coming off of WVU had lost to Ohio the week before
Yeah.
in Athens. Jaden Bray, their star wide receiver, got hurt. He
Yeah.
got tackled, horse collar tackle, and broke his ankle. It was really gross.
He's back this year, right?
He's back though.
Okay.
Yeah, he rehabbed and he's good. That dude, Jaden Bray, he went Oklahoma State,
Yep.
transferred to WVU. He's gone through so many injuries and somehow is the most positive person to talk to.
Wow.
I don't know how much rehab and
Yeah, you
those are
spend
probably dark places when
Totally.
you're trying to get back on the field
the,
again.
the timeline is months or
Yeah,
years. You're like,
yeah.
oh my gosh,
And,
come on.
I'm sure it can get lonely at times too.
Okay, we'll get you out of here with this. Favorite thing? Oh, you got one.
I got one.
Sorry.
I got
You
one.
go,
I got a
go,
question.
Go.
This is more national landscape. So obviously, Texas Tech. I think for us, we've been talking about realignment a lot. We are very aware of that picture and that impending reality for college sports.
Yeah.
Are we alone in that, or is that something that West Virginia fans are talking about? Is that something that the rest of the college football world is feeling, or are we kind of on an island thinking about that the way we are?
Oh my gosh, WVU fans talk about the travel so much.
All right.
That's a big topic, and obviously that's not going to be a reason why they lose at all or any of that. But there's a lot of reminiscing on the Big East days.
Oh, yeah.
because
Sure.
everything was close by.
Geno
and now-
Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Biggies,
Oh,
yeah.
Tavon
yeah.
Austin, Stephon
Tavon-
Bailey.
yeah.
Yep.
The good old days, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you think about. So I guess WVU is the second furthest compared to UCF.
Probably.
As far as
Yeah,
more
total
east.
distance traveled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Cincinnati, WVU, UCF are so far,
Yeah.
and it feels like West Virginia has a lot of.
You're going to
uh,
Utah or
yeah.
Arizona. It's
Yeah.
a long way.
We're going to Utah this year, the Thanksgiving weekend.
Wow.
Friday, the
That's
Black
terrible.
Friday.
That's terrible.
It's
You're
just a
spending
lot,
Thanksgiving in Salt Lake City this year?
Yeah,
Wow.
So do you travel with the team?
I do. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
very fun.
Favorite
Me and my
thing about
coworker Ryan do.
traveling?
I think just seeing the different stadiums and seeing how the fans are, like BYU last year played in Provo Friday night game. If you guys have not been to BYU yet,
It's
you have
amazing.
to go.
It's amazing.
That's what I've
it
heard.
is-
Last
it
time we
is
played there, we
crazy.
lost. So.
Yeah, that was a tough game.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
So go back.
Yeah.
and then see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. I just like to see different stadiums
Yeah.
and how teams do it. Because I went to school at Arizona State. So
Okay.
I'm
All right.
Okay, you're a
Sun
Big
Devil.
12. You're Big 12
Yeah.
locked in.
so I got to experience a Big 12 championship 2 years ago, like you guys did.
Yeah.
last
That's very
year.
fun.
Okay, so I've got a 2-part question for you to leave.
Okay.
Favorite part about living in Morgantown?
Okay.
And what are you most excited about in marriage?
Oh
Wow.
gosh.
Wow.
Wow,
Different
just
questions.
okay.
Jake is watching, by the way. I said, "Hey, I've got a special guest on the show." I said, "Guess." He said, "Holly Rowe or Joey McGuire." And I said, "Not quite. Just go to the
Sorry.
live stream. Your
Not-
fiance is on the air."
Not quite them. Okay, let's see. Morgantown. It's pretty. It's such a pretty place of the
Sure.
country, and I don't know when else I would have been here if I didn't get
Is
this
there a
job.
hill there?
There's a lot of
Oh,
hills.
there is
It
a lot
is
of hills
so
there.
hilly.
Those are new for us.
Yep,
So-
not in our wheelhouse.
Hey, I used to live in Midland, Odessa, Texas.
There you
Okay.
go.
Jake, my fiance, listening is gonna be like, "Oh, did you? Was it in the place where Friday Night Lights?"
Yeah.
The movie was filmed? I'll say yes. Anyways, but yeah, so I know flat roads,
Sure.
not like the country roads, but
Sure.
it's super hilly. Anyways, very pretty area. I love me Mountain Mamas, the bar. That's a real place.
Okay.
Jimmy,
Nice.
the bartender's my man. He's a 49er fan. Love that guy. I walk in, he's like, "High noon, cracks it." Are we allowed to talk like that?
Yeah,
on
sounds
the
like
Oh,
show?
yeah, yeah.
sounds like
No.
Morgantown to us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, maybe.
Yeah, no,
edit
you're-
that out,
you
or
are
we
totally
can't
fine.
edit that
We
out.
can't. You're live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're 100% live.
Anyways, but marriage life, you know what I'm excited for?
Hmm.
For us to live together. We've been
Mm.
doing
Long distance, separate,
'cause
yeah.
we're both Jake's working here in the sports world here. I'm in Morgantown in the sports world. So
That'll be great.
Well, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Well,
the re-entry period of living together is going
That's
to be
that'll be
rough.
fun.
You guys got to teach him how to load the dishwasher.
we
correctly.
can do that. Us married men are used to that. So,
Got it. We
well,
got it.
Sid,
We
thanks
got it
so
down.
much. Where can people find you if they want to look about West Virginia? Where are you at?
Golden Blue Nation is
Okay,
our
Gold and Blue Nation.
Golden Blue
Gotcha.
Nation is who I work for. So we do a pregame show every Saturday for football,
Nice.
an hour-long pregame show that's on all the local stations in West Virginia and Sportsnet Pittsburgh. And then we have a coaches show every week. So football
Wow.
season, it's the Rich Rodriguez show. Basketball season, it rolls over to the Ross Hodge show. And then baseball
Cool.
season, it turns into baseball.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
Fun
Thanks for
stuff.
stopping by the Broadway Shuffle.
See you guys.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
November.
Yes,
Right?
November
Yes,
something. 14th
Yeah, something
maybe.
like that.
Somewhere in
Awesome.
there.
But
Yeah.
before that,
Awesome.
obviously, when we all have dinner tonight. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay,
So
bye.
yeah, I'll see you
Thanks
later.
for
I'll
having
see
me.
you. Have a good one. Bye.
You guys rock.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we've had on Houston. We've had on West Virginia. Maybe BYU coming up next. I'm waiting on a text. Z, you got to roll.
I do got to roll. I got to get home.
Oh, man.
I don't want to unplug the mic though and ruin things.
I don't think it will.
Okay. I might have to wrap.
Well, yeah, but that mic is the one that's not working. Your mic is one that's not working as
fine.
well.
It's working fine. No one has said anything about it for a long time. So either they're putting up with it or
Could we ship Z's mic home?
not to him in time.
Oh, you got to go to Lubbock. Well, Corey's got to drive back to Lubbock
Oh,
tomorrow.
are you
You're
going
going back to
tonight?
Lubbock at some point. Thursday. See, this is a moment of
Just
truth.
take-
This is a
just take
big
your
moment on
That's
YouTube,
fine.
live on
You can
YouTube.
take your mic.
Okay. I think I got to go home, man. I got the kiddos. Got work tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have to.
If I had
will
a
leave you-
5-hour drive home, I'd be gone. I would have been gone an hour and a half.
We're
ago.
losing
I-
a member of the show.
I
This
will-
place shuts down at 6:30, by the way. So
I bid you adieu. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Zyler Buchanan, everyone, Broadway Shuffle
Well
co-host.
done. Well done. Well done.
Wish him well on his drive to Lubbock tonight. Going to be a late night. Hey, listen to our live stream on the way back. We got 5 hours of.
If Joey's on 5 minutes after I leave,
You
I'm gonna
got
be
you
so
got 5 hours of content.
What if you're walking by Joey as he's
I'll come
coming?
back.
Do you have
He's just
everything?
gonna miss you.
Do you have everything you need? What's before we unplug anything? We have to problem solve live, but what do you think on unplugging mics and stuff?
I think it'd be fine.
If the whole stream messes up,
That's
we
just a
apologize,
sign.
and that's just a sign of things that weren't meant to be.
Leave
Audio
the cord.
still there.
Leave the cord with him. Audio still there. Boom, boom, boom.
We're
Boom,
good,
boom, boom.
man. Love you, man. Hey, Z,
Hey,
great
see
day. We'll see you soon. Zyler Buchanan, everyone. What? You don't. You should just say it to them. At this point, everything that's spoken has to be in the mic. We will get a picture with Joey. It is thinning out here a good bit. Oh man, it was a sign of things. I just got a text.
What does the text say?
Joey McGuire is way behind schedule and is going to have to leave. I just got that. Hey, dude's got to do what he's got to do. It's the head ball coach at Texas Tech football, man.
Yeah, we're just podcasters. We'll
just,
watch our
if-
numbers just drop.
Anything humble. If anything's more humbling than that, it's waiting an hour. Yeah, we're getting, no worries, man. Hey, well, that concludes our show then.
Yes, it does.
Um,
Yes, it does.
We seriously appreciate everyone. We will be having Joey McGuire on the show later in the offseason. It just won't be in person, unfortunately. But we got to speak to him earlier in the day. It was a great day here at Big 12 Media Days. Got AJ Holmes, all the players on. We'll have lots of content coming on TikTok, Instagram. Thank you to all of you who tuned in and stayed and subscribed and hung out with us for the last 3 hours here at the Star in Frisco. It was an absolute blast. Conrad, final thoughts as we unfortunately send it off here from Big 12 Media Days.
Yeah, a successful first Big 12 Media Days for the Broadway Shuffle. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for listening, for tuning in with us. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll look back on this video years to come, and we'll enjoy it because it was a great video.
Zyler
Great.
just texted, just walked past Joey. So we'll see you, man.
We'll see.
He's
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Yeah, well, we appreciate all of you. We will be back on Thursday with kind of a whole recap of this day. We had so much fun with all of you here. Great day here at the Star. Thank you to all of you who tuned in for the whole 3 hours, subscribed on YouTube. Look to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We'll be releasing a bunch of different content. This video will also be up on YouTube for those who couldn't catch it today. We love all of you. We appreciate it. Conrad, tons of fun, man.
Yeah.
Recco, man. What a
Recco.
day. And thank you to Pat and Corey for pushing
Yes.
through in the back. What a day. We love all of you, and we'll see you next time on the Broadway Shuffle. Wow.